y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
We them outsiders, that's just how we live it.
Say I won't.
And I bet I will. You can say I won't. I might do it just to show you. Whoa, I might do it just to show you. I might do it just to show you. Why y'all scared to be different? We be like la la la.
Yeah, from the same city as a B.I.G. Wanna serve these bars, got CID. Now I'm on a radar where B.I.B. Was a slave for the cause, then we got free. Used to only wanna pull up in a black sport. Just a white man excelling in a black sport. Now I'm really doing pull-ups. Got a honeymoon for the summer, trying to get a six-pack for it. Say I won't catch Craig slipping in the studio at like 3 a.m. Autograph that forehead with a Sharpie pen and then Instagram. Might swag out a fanny pack. I might bring the law back. Nobody wanna change the game, man. Y'all just want more trap. Okay, say I won't rap over bagpipes. Say I won't talk about that price. To know Christ and live life like a night, my last night. Yo, about to switch up the program. I rock name brand, I rock no brand. My whole life go pro cam. I rap like I had no fans. No, they say you know I say veto. Danny DeVito and El Pacino. Those are my people. Also, I'm rocking the speedo. This that casino. You bet your revenue. Thinking you'll stop me? No, never, not letting you. You must be high on that medical. Thinking I won't, better know that I bet I do. Yup. Kill 'em. Ooh.
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
We them outsiders, that's just how we live it.
Say I won't.
And I bet I will. You can say I won't. I might do it just to show you. Whoa, I might do it just to show you. I might do it just to show you. We be like la la la.
Yeah.
Say I won't sell my shoes and take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese with the money. Say I won't bring my own bottle of Pellegrino to the movies with me. Say I won't. Look, I'm from an era of fast living and mass terror. Boys covered in cover girls like mascara. I don't need to keep a gun in a mask ever. I still make them put their hands up. Ask Derek. My road manager damage all of you amateurs sneaking up on a tour bus with a demo to handle us. When I was younger, I just wanted a chain. Now a chain of events has afforded a change. Yeah. See, I've been a rebel since back in the day. I don't follow the people. I follow the leader through valleys and shadows of death, and I'm fearing no evil. So say I won't do it. Say I won't turn the music up and get to it. Won't come down H-Town all the way to Daytown in an old school drop top Buick. And I'm getting maybe 8 or 9 miles to the gallon. Still feeling like a stallion. I got Andy riding shotgun with 30 gold chains on. Talking about he Italian. Say I won't go drop a double album and rap double time on all dubstep. And got no producers, just me rocking over beatboxing by Dougie Fresh. Say I won't.
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
We them outsiders, that's just how we live it.
Say I won't.
And I bet I will. You can say I won't. Why y'all scared to be different? I might do it just to show you. Whoa, I might do it just to show you. I might do it just to show you. Why y'all scared? We be like la 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 la.
Turn the music up inside my session. These folks gotta hear my message. You put that beat on, I beat on this track to relieve my stressing. I see more trials than Cochran. Why TV trying to box me? Them magazines ain't on my page, but ain't none of that gon' stop me. Keep the fame and acclaim.
Alright. When I put this thing in full screen, it goes to the wrong monitor, so I'm going to try to figure out how to fix that, because it doesn't seem to have an option. Let me try something real quick. Alright, got it working. Just gotta put my windows back where they were, and we can get started. Don't need that right now. Alright, and... Alright. Let's start a new game. Well, normal, because I'm not very good at this. And let's just go up here. Stream's still running. Perfect. Alright, now I gotta... Where is the URL? Is it here somewhere? No, hold on. I think I might have missed it. I'm gonna have to start a new one, my bad. Yeah, here we go. Let's copy that. Put it in the chat. And also stick it in here, the stream title. Should be able to copy or click that. Alright, let's get started. Alright, MP40. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Oh shoot. Alrighty then. Anything in here? Ammo. But I don't need any. Ooh. Okay. Did not know I could go more than 60 extra rounds in that. Nice, nice, nice. Let's finish him off with a pistol. And boom. Don't need health. I'm doing great so far. Alright, time for the boss.
First boss. Should be easy.
That did like nothing to him. Oh shoot. Avoid that. Shoot. Pistol time. Come on. Couple more shots. There we go. Kinda low on health. Crap. Hey, health. Nice. 12 pop. Nah, I can't afford that right now. Take that though. Alright. Ooh, nice. Thank you, audience. Okay. Let's up health as much as we can. Maybe some defense. That wouldn't hurt. Let's go accuracy. Why not? Alright, who's up for round 2? I know I'm not. Anything good here? Is that nothing I can use? Oh shoot, I hate these guys so much. Nope. Get out of my face. Get out of my life. Oh, I can't. This freaking frost, man. I hate these guys so much. Definitely gonna have to up my stamina. Oh, that did not kill him? Whoa. Just teleporting around there. I'm gonna have to do it. Sorry. Alright, what's in here? Anything good? Health. Whatever. Could really use some ammo, though. Because this is gonna be painful. Yep. These guys shouldn't be tough. Alright. Nah, I don't need the money. But hey, free money is always good. Anything else in here? No, I do not believe so. Yeah, stamina is definitely going to need to be upped. I do not have enough. Get out of here. Would have used those guys, but whatever. They can explode each other. If they'll die. There we go. I got negative 12 followers. Eh. Health. Coffin's gonna be tough. But I got 2 lock picks, so we can risk it. Dang it. But I got another one. And of course I'm gonna lose this one, aren't I? Oh, maybe not. There we go. Money and... Ooh, yes. Don't need that. Of course I lost more followers and I have no ammo and we gotta fight this guy. I have so much trouble with this guy. Mostly because of the frost. Shoot. Yep. Serious problem with the frost things. Ow. At least I still got a bunch of health. And I got, ooh, ammo. I need it. Every single time. Whoo-hoo. Matrix dodge those. I'm getting real low on health. Is there a health machine? Yes, there is. I might have to use that. If I start getting... If I drop below 15, I'm going for it. Which is probably going to be right about now. So, let's do that. Should probably run for that MP40 ammo. But I can't because my stamina is low. Come on, yes! Get wrecked. And nothing to get here except a little bit of money and a little bit of health. So let's get going. I'm super low on followers. Lunacy. You are hearing and seeing things. Oh boy. That'll be fun. Alright, where is stamina? Health, I'm doing okay. Probably want to do more damage. Or bigger mags. I'm gonna go with bigger mags. Because why not? I still need to spend other stuff. Vest, nah. Keys, nah. Let's just go extra health. And I guess keys, why not? Because I have to spend it. Oh, great. Nothing here at all. Alright, let's get going. I want to visit one of the side rooms sometime. See what's in there. Holy crap. This isn't fun. This is pain. Come on. Sorry. I needed to do it. anything to kill those guys. Oh no, this might be where I die. Yep. Crap. Well, let's try it again. Let's generate the new URL. Put it over in the chat and start. Ooh, what's this? Alright. Not bad, not bad. Grab that. And get going. Alright, you look tough. But I'm not going to bother wasting precious ammo on you. Ow, you actually hurt. Maybe I should go for the MP40 on him. Alright, ooh. He's right near that thing. Alright. Don't need the health, I'm doing okay. Ammo, yeah, why not? Let's see what's in this coffin. Alright. I'm at the max. That wasn't really worth it. Oh well. What's in here? One thing? Okay. No, two. Okay. Easy enough. Now there's some side rooms. Actually, this one back here had something. Yeah. Over here. Whoa. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. And then there's that guy with his strangeness. And seismic slams or whatever. Now, what is this? A fly swatter? Now, why would I want this? That probably does no damage. Is there a way I can check? No? Oh well. I'm definitely not going to take that. Yeah, why not? What did I get? Ah, that sucks. Gonna need the stamina. Alright. Let's go here. Alright. And we go this way. To the first boss again. Watch out for that bear trap. Try not to waste any of my good ammo on him. Save that MP40 for later. Because I really don't need it for this guy. Except for a matter of convenience, you know, finishing him faster. That's okay, we're not shooting for speed here. Whew, almost hit that bear trap. And he is almost gone. There we go. Easy enough. Doing okay on ammo with that thing. Actually, can we get more? Yes, we can. Wonder what the max on that thing is. Thought it would be around 80, but okay. Ooh, okay. Nice, not bad. Alright, definitely want to up stamina. Accuracy, damage, ammo, probably want damage for now. And yeah, why not? Moving on to floor 2. So this should be too difficult. Boss will probably give us some issues, but floor 3 is what we really want to worry about, because that's where we died in like one of the first rooms. Those guys are simple enough to take down. These guys, however, much tougher. But they explode when they die, so it makes it a lot easier to clear the room. Anyway. Oh no, 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 no. Thought I could finish him off there. There we go. Anything in here? Money? Okay. And which way are we headed? This way. The manual reload here is kind of annoying, but whatever. Yeah, alright. Doing good. Got lots of ammo, lots of health for the boss. Oh, someone wants a link. Let's chat it to him real quick. And get back to the game. Glad he hasn't done those freeze rays in a little while. Only doing the icicles, that is fantastic. Oh, here they come. Alright, one more mag should probably finish him off. Nope, not quite. Whew. Eh. Plenty of health. Yeah, I guess I can afford it. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Gotta get some more people watching to vote so we can get stuff from you guys, Twitch audience. Alright. Speed. Doing okay on health. Nah, I'll spend one on health. Probably stamina, split that. Accuracy or damage. Let's go accuracy this time. And I'm going to want some more health. Alright, floor 3. This is where we died last time. Let's not do that again, because that sucked. Let's not waste stamina. Alright, oh, just him. And, oh, a couple other guys. Well, this is a lot easier than last time. Screw this. I'm just gonna distance myself so he's a little bit more docile. Finish him off at a distance. Come on, gun. There we go. Oh, he is not dead. Come on. There we go. Nah, I don't need the money. Oh, no you don't. It's just him and a couple of those guys. Alright. simple enough, as long as I don't hit a bear trap or... Can I trigger that mouse trap? Probably. And I don't want to test it. Whew, almost hit that one. Doing okay on health. Could really use some more ammo. I'll risk it. Hope that's only 4. So that's pretty bad. I was used to getting 2. Leveling up things 2 at a time. Or splitting them, but now I can't. That's gonna suck after this level. And I hope it's only for this floor and... Well, after this floor, I guess. Hope it doesn't carry on to the next one. No, 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 no. That worm is getting close. Alright, there's one more snooping around here. Where is he? There he is. Oh, I froze him. Sweet. There we go. Come on, ammo. I guess. We're getting close to the boss. Only 3 of those guys? Alright. That's easy enough. And health, perfect. We're in okay shape for the next boss. I have no clue who it is. Because to be honest, I've never gotten this far. But we're going to have a good amount of health. Hopefully. Yeah. Only problem is, don't have a whole lot of ammo in this gun. So come on, fast, fine. But yeah, I have no clue who this is. But hopefully I will have some more luck now that I got more health. Because I did not have this much health last time. Gonna give me ammo. There we go. I mean, hey, as long as we're, doing that kind of stuff. Shoot, I gotta reload. I don't want him popping up on top of me. Can I damage him there? I don't know. I couldn't tell. If I did, it wasn't much. Oh. I don't like this at all. I'll give you something good. Ammo? Okay. Shoot. Okay, so that's what's causing the explosions. Those guys explode. They're also really freaking fast. No, 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 no. Please tell me there's health. Health! Ugh. There we go. Whoa! Hi there. No, come on, man. Go away. Get out of here. Oh, this is gonna suck. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get him beat. Gotta survive another wave of those explosive dudes. Yeah, I'm talking about you guys. I think you guys explode, or was I just happening to hit explosives right near them? Ooh, they shoot stuff though. And they do a butt ton of damage. Holy crap. No, 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 no. crap. Probably should have dealt with those guys. Gotta start from the beginning. Let's get a new URL. Put it up in the chat. Alright, let's get going. I'm gonna give this one more try. If I don't make it that far, well, probably gonna switch to Overwatch. Maybe something else, maybe Minecraft. Not quite sure at this point. Okay, right off the bat with the big guys. Oh. This is just unkind. There's still that guy left. Please die. There we go. Yeah, why not? Really need it at this point because, wow, this room took a toll. No, oh no. This is gonna suck. Health. Oh, even 0 popularity. Nice. Alright, boss number 1. Should be a piece of cake. That's not waste the ammo. Not let you do that. One more mag should finish him off. There we go. I'm already in the negatives. Might as well get some stuff. Max health, but let's get some ammo. Ooh, that is a lot of ammo. Sweet. Alright, let's go. I'm going to want accuracy. And stamina. Health is okay. What the heck, why not? Level 2, here we come. With plenty of ammo. And plenty of damage. Or accuracy. Come on. That ain't right. I think it's only the, it's only the blue guys who shoot the, gosh dang it. And I saw that one too, but I was like, whatever. Vest, nah. But let's see what's in here. Hopefully it's something good. That wasn't really worth it. No thank you. No thank you. There, now we can get around here. Out too many problems. Now, these guys explode? Yes, they do. But they weren't close enough to explode each other. Oh well. Ammo doing great. Actually, you know what? I don't care about popularity at this point. I just need ammo. think if I hit close to negative 100, I can't buy stuff, so... doing okay for now. Getting close to the boss room. Oh, sweet. These guys will not be shooting at me. Oh, those guys will, though. Nah, screw it. Let's just do that. Health, nah, not max. No point. Oh, but a coffin. Why not? It's easy, so it's probably not going to have anything worthwhile. Nope. Just more lockpicks. But holy crap, do I have a lot of lockpicks. I just noticed the links are all the same. I wasn't paying attention to them. Oh well. Alright, let's just burn through this ammo on him. Grab some more for the heck of it. Get the med kit because he is hurting my face. No, you don't. Okay, fine. Might as well finish him off with a pistol, because that's not going to take too long, and never hurts to have extra ammo. Extra health though, nah, well, you're losing too much health out of that. Nah, let's just grab this, grab these, and get moving to the next floor. Great. I might need the money now. Alright, so I'm doing good on accuracy. Let's get some damage. Definitely don't need more lockpicks. Let's get some vest, and I was doing okay on health, though that next boss is going to be pretty rough, so might benefit better from speed, actually, or defense. Let's go speed. Gotta go hedgeman fast. Oh, this sucks. Can only see out of one eye. It's not terrible, but it's definitely annoying. Annoying like those guys. Luckily, it's just two of those guys and two of these seismic dudes. Let's see if we can avoid it by stepping on this table. Yes, we can. Sweet. Finishing them off, and there we go. Didn't even need to use explosives. Get some more ammo. I am rolling an ammo vest. Nah, doing okay. Alright, some more of those guys and some worms. That guy's not gonna slice me. Oh shoot. Did not anticipate those guys getting to me that quickly. Yeah, take that. Ooh, bear trap. Not stepping in that. No, thank you. Oh, that should not have hit me. I was right on the outside of that. Oh, goes the whole way. Okay. Earlier I thought it was stopping at a certain range. But I guess it covers the whole room now. Alright, now it's just him, and we got a table to stand on. So we are all good. Nah. Actually, I'm already at negative 87. Don't want to risk it. I'm going to probably only got one good purchase left, so I don't want to waste it on a vest that I probably won't make too great of a use of. Oh gosh dang it. Now I'm starting to regret the vest. Or not getting it, rather. Probably not going to buy anything. Not going to be able to buy anything in the next room. Because every time I change rooms, it's going to decrease my popularity. So I might as well just... Oh, holy crap. Gotta watch where I'm walking. I have 8% health. No way I'm beating the boss this time. Nope. Can't do it. Alright, so it's just these guys. That shouldn't be too tough, and hopefully we can get some free health in a fridge. There is no fridge. Well, I'm screwed. If only I had the popularity. No coffin. Dang it. Alright, well, this is it. I got plenty of ammo, but I'm not going to be able to use it all before I die. Gosh dang it. Took away 5% of my health. I'm not popular enough for that. I definitely should have managed my popularity better. Come on, health. Yes! And I'm back down. Alright, where's the big guy? Tossing this at him. If I didn't know better, I'd say we might just do this. Actually, probably not. I'm running low on ammo. Seriously low on ammo. And I'm at a nice even negative 100 followers. Oh, and these guys, oh shoot. No, 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 no. No, thank you. Okay, those guys are freaking unforgiving. Well, we tried. Alright, I'm probably going to switch over to... Yeah, let's do Overwatch, why not? Let's change the broadcast title and whatnot. Alright, I hit done. It's gonna save. There we go. Oh shoot, Overwatch is updating. Oh, but it's a small update, shouldn't be too long. Yep, there we go. Alright, Nobia should pick it up very shortly. There we go. Alright, who's online? Hey, Kyle's online, and so are Zach and Josh. See if we can't join them. Yep, there we go. Ooh, they're playing the arcade playlist. Let's hop in a Discord chat. Ooh, hey, Ian's in this one. Ian! You're live on the internet. Yeah. Oh, really? Are you the other one watching my stream, or is that some other guy?
I think it's just me.
Yeah, it's probably me and you. I tried in Killing Floor. I tried so hard.
Like, I just have it open. I'm not really watching.
So I think, yeah, Kyle's online if you want to hop into Overwatch, invite him to the group, and then we'll have a 5-man queue.
I don't know. I'm just trying to finish up the Shadow Tactics round right now.
Alright. I'm still spectating their game.
Who?
Zach and Josh.
I guess I can... I just finished up objective. What?
You're on Discord?
Yep.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh yeah, apparently Upper Zach left the Discord group.
Oh, did he leave the Discord server? Oh,
I
shoot.
think so.
Alright. Let me see.
I don't...
Gosh,
We asked him not to spam the TTS because it was getting annoying when we'd just be in like the middle of something and all of a sudden the loud voice would come on out of nowhere for no reason about spam. And we're just like, hey, you mind not doing that? And he just like,
Nah.
okay then, bye. And he just disappeared. And
So nobody kicked him? He just disappeared because he's not in there.
I did not kick him.
I wonder what happened. Maybe Sarah kicked him, or
We can't kick
maybe
each
he...
other.
Oh, you guys can't kick each other?
No.
Oh.
At least I don't think so. Yeah, I can't kick Sarah. Seems either you kicked him or he left.
I didn't kick him.
Oh my.
Maybe some spam thing got him. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Because like it was the second after he said bye that like I tried doing his like name. It didn't work.
Oh, weird. Alright, well, I'd send him the invite again. And just check the Facebook chat.
I mean, to be honest, he was kind of abusing TTS. Like, a lot.
Well, you guys wanted. I turned it off in general, but you guys wanted it back.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, we
I'm getting
want it
wrecked
back,
here.
but not for like. But we don't want it to be spammed.
True.
Like, it's supposed to be for fun.
The point, the point, the point.
At your service.
One shot, one kill. This is all snipes.
Yeah. Ooh. We should invite Kyle.
Oh, who's firing?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Video games?
Yeah, man.
Alright. Also, I'm gonna try to play a ton of Junkrat because I really like that character right now.
I think we're doing kind of just random match of the day stuff right now.
Yeah, this is the Brawl Arcade. Or whatever.
I need some arcade wins.
Playlist, whatever. Anyway.
All
Can you heal?
dogs.
Can you heal me in time, Josh?
Oh, yeah, someone got Cool J.
Dragon.
2 Hanzo alts. Holy crap.
Very ineffective as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Okamis.
Ready? Watch me.
Wrecked.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Watch out behind you and to your right. In the room that will beat up.
Where are you? No, this.
Clown Fiesta.
That's it.
Cause after all,
Video
we've all
game.
got bad aim.
Bad aim.
Oh, that just okay.
Oh, they still bad.
More than that to keep me out of the
That's
fight.
good, Josh.
Wait, how many people do we have right now?
We got 5.
We
Five in
can
the
get my
party?
brother if we want.
Okay. I think you can
Sure.
invite him to the group.
Hmm?
I think you can invite him to the group, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're expecting anyone at this point.
Mm-mm.
I got 2 of
Chris
them.
is being consumed by calculus.
Why? Calculus is
Like a
even that
tasty
hard at
treat.
level 1.
It really isn't. Like my brother is doing that. He's having to make business calc and it's like, oh yeah, derivatives.
We need to get in there.
Yeah, it's nothing like Calc 2. It's nothing like
Oh, no.
Calc 3. Calc 3.
Calc 3 is.
Watch out,
Roughly
sniper
about
to the left.
Oh lord.
Calc 3 towards the end, I just didn't understand anything that was happening.
Yeah, dude.
What kind of stuff were they teaching you in Calc 3?
No, we had that.
How to
Line
integrate
integrals. Yeah.
how to integrate an arbitrary line given to you through a 3-dimensional object.
What? Why?
This is an actual concept that you had to learn. Or what was it? Fluid. It's like a concept that's really useful in fluid dynamics or something.
I have no idea. I thought it was like, you know, the closed integral of like a line, like a 2D circle. You can integrate the integral of a line around there would be just the area, right? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. I've completely forgotten all of that stuff.
Yeah. I have my textbook. Let me pull it out.
I think I have the textbook too, because
Well, I have it literally right next to me, under like piles of books.
Honestly, differential equations is more useful than Calc 3.
It really is. Like, even though like I had trouble in it,
Yeah.
like we actually used it in our class, so I feel like. Hey, we can do
Oh yeah,
something
by
here.
the way, you realize that Davis said that there were like 15 of us that got A's in the class.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you and I are 2 of those people.
Yeah. That was not as difficult.
Oh yeah, speaking of A's, I have something interesting to share, but I'm not going to put it on the stream just in case. So let me mute my mic on the stream real quick.
Okay. Here we go. Uh-huh.
تعلم من الألم. It will only hurt for a minute.
Got it.
This sounds like 244.
Did no one else do it and you got curved?
I've seen worse. You're going to.
That'd be hilarious.
Patched up.
That sounds like how I felt about our 244 class. Was I thought that based off my grades I was going to do poorly, and then I ended up having an A.
Yeah.
Take your
People who had lower than 100 in that class.
Yeah. Alright, screw you, Kyle. You had like a 108 at the end of that
I
class?
102. 102 after the final.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah. You're excused. Yeah.
And we will never talk about that again.
Oh my god, that was
on
the
live
greatest
stream.
porn you ever showed me, Lee.
Gosh dang it! Kyle, this is a family-friendly stream.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Wait, but Lee, how is it a family-friendly stream when you were just playing like an R-rated game?
Well, you see,
Or an M.
it's very simple.
Well, isn't Overwatch C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was playing Killing Floor before this.
Oh yeah. That's a fun but difficult game. I can't get past the third boss.
Meanwhile, I was playing Shadow Tactics.
Oh, how is that, by the way? I should be playing it live.
That is fun, but it's really hard.
Okay.
You told me that you like a lot of like medieval Japan stuff.
Wow.
So you might like that game because of that. Because like your characters are like the characters that you play are like ninjas and samurai.
Okay.
And it's like a stealth real-time tactics game.
Oh my god. So I have the textbook up. Right. We went through double integrals. Right. Double integrals.
Wait, double integrals? So that's like integrals within integrals,
And then
right?
triple integrals.
Yeah.
That seems straightforward.
Like, so analyzing like dimensions, like basically if you have like a three-dimensional object and it's somehow integrable in like the z direction, you can integrate that, and then you basically becomes a two-dimensional figure. I can explain to you as much as I know. It's not much. Parameterization, vectors, Green's theorem, which is
I forget all of it. Isn't
Green's theorem is that's when you like if you have a single integral of two multivariable functions, you can take the double integral of derivative with one. You know how you take like the partial with one respect to x minus the partial one respect to y?
Yes.
And then you can do stuff with that. That's what Green's theorem. I have no idea how to ever do that again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was another thing in Calc 3 was partials.
Yeah. Oriented surfaces. No. Wait. Why am I back here? Line integrals. Here we go. So let's just like. So line integrals. Many physical applications to motivate it's basically finding the mass of a thin wire. So if we wanted to know the mass of our wires actually, and this would apply to us.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, not...
If we were to model them as infinitely thin wires, which they aren't.
Yeah. I think that's more civil than...
True.
Oh.
Alright guys, let's do this.
Let's go. Nice job, Lee. Way to get
Thanks,
behind.
man.
Why couldn't we just turn this thing into a lobby? And, like...
Yeah, really. We're only missing a couple people. I'm sorry, Ian. They needed to die.
But they were friendly.
Oh. Well, they still needed to die.
Ah, dang it.
They looked at me funny.
Ow.
Oh wow, they're shooting at us.
Oh,
Hey, you're welcome.
nice. Lee, you scum.
Can I do it? Can I do the memes?
Nope.
Where'd Hanzo go? Did he leave?
I am become meme. Destroyer of... Destroyer of hope and humanity.
Where I wanna like shoot the Widowmaker off the cliff.
Goodbye.
One after another.
Hey, this worked. Atlas Flame. What the heck? I know what that's about.
Bye, May. What was that about?
No one can hide from my sight.
Ah,
Nope, can't hit her. Not dealing with it.
when you know the references to people's names. Feels good, man. What?
Oh, that freaking turret is behind the thing, isn't it? Nope. Okay.
Enemy turret destroyed.
But of course we can't hurt Torb. Can kill Junkrat though.
You guys are just meaning them.
Maybe.
Oh wait, where's Junkrat go? Aww.
Torb, you can't have a turret. That's not
don't cancel, let them come
legal.
out.
You don't have a permit for that turret, Torb.
Yeah, honestly.
Get out of here. Dang it, Torb.
Alright, we do not have my brother. He's like friends or something, apparently. Yeah, too bad. He's good.
How do you make it say we need a healer versus I need healing? I never could figure out how to do that.
You can keybind like whatever you want to the keys.
Right, but they're the same keybind.
Yeah.
They're a quick chat thing.
Aw.
Let me check the controls, see if it's in there somewhere. If it's different.
Guys, I just want a meme. Why are we actually playing?
Let's see.
Why are
Acknowledge,
we
emote,
building queue?
group up. Hello, need healing. Thanks. Da-da-da. No. It's not different.
Okay.
Yay!
Finally.
The Super
Noting Super
Shaman.
Sonata Brothers. What?
Oh boy.
We can only play get. Oh my god.
It's the Weeb Squad.
Weeb Squad. And they have a guy named Zero playing Genji. Like how anime is that?
The other team has a guy named Cloud.
Oh good lord.
Hey man, it's all about that Llama Lover 55.
No, that sounds like an SJW name.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shananas. Left again.
Anime.
Anime. You
Anime.
say.
Yes I do.
Oh, whoop.
I need healing. Need healing. I need healing. You have my thanks. Hello. Greetings.
Do I have an emote for this guy? I guess.
Greetings.
Wait, your mouth moves when you say something. Some of the other characters don't.
Greetings.
That is weird. What's my voice line?
Greetings. Greetings.
I make myself some oh right, guys, I'm gonna what time is it? Tea time.
It's high noon.
Slash 4:23 at the time.
Alright, guys.
even a fun arrow.
Genji, please. Oh! Whoa, that was a killer headshot right there.
When you're about to die, but you have to pull out beams.
Hey.
Oh, we got the objective. What players?
Woo!
Yeah,
We are-
I've done.
I didn't even
no
do anything.
damage.
Neither do I. I've been trying to, but I've been failing. I don't know how to play this character, and I don't think I ever will. Kappa.
Same.
I hear a Genji.
Yeah. I don't know
But I
who
don't see
Genji
him.
is, though. Do they only have like 2 Genjis actually playing?
It feels like it.
Hey guys.
No, they got
sorry,
more.
I did
They're like all Genjis now. Holy crap. Shoot, where is he? Oh, almost got him. He's going for the health. He got it. Shoot.
I can't. So bad at
Genji, please.
Ugh. I'm so bad.
No! The health pack was right there.
I had no idea Genji's E was on such a low cooldown.
Yeah, it is.
Deflect, yeah.
I think it's like
His dash,
5 seconds or something.
I've done 75 damage, guys.
Nice.
What a pro.
Pro Genji, or Pro Hanzo.
Well, if you're just gonna stand there, I might as well kill you. Oh, well, I killed myself right there.
Are they all Genjis?
Should have checked yourself before you wrecked yourself.
I should have. Yeah, they got one Hanzo and the rest are Genjis. We're split about half. Yeah, we're split exactly half and half.
You guys, I got a kill.
Nice.
I have elims, they don't have. I wouldn't say I have kills.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, come on.
That's funny,
Go.
Josh.
Me not. Aw, GG.
I just got a beam all over these fools because I want to.
Ugh.
I've only built 30% of my ult.
Oh, shoot. I'm at 80%.
I'm 2 and 3. I built up 40% of my ult. I've
Oh,
done
well, they appear to have destroyed us
275.
all.
I have done 275 total damage. Clearly, I am the most pro Genji, even though I'm playing Hanzer.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's how it works, right?
Yeah, they're the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm getting wrecked.
No.
Yeah.
90%. Seem to have lost connection to the Twitch chat.
Ha! As if you ever had connection to begin with.
Oh my god, this is obnoxious.
It's clear that in order to make memes, you must become the meme.
I think so. I think this is like absolutely no fun for the Hanzo ever.
Yeah, this is probably by far my least favorite. Oh no! Let's see if we can reconnect to the chat by refreshing. Probably. I don't know.
No. Don't worry, guys. Since changing to Genji, I've doubled my damage.
Wow.
To what?
409.
I got triple charge, guys. Triple dash, rather. Yeah, I got triple dash.
I got no one with that.
I somehow have 4 elims.
I wanted to taunt
I
him with
think
my
only two of them
emote
actually
to
I
show no
killed.
fear.
Start over at the beginning.
This is the stupidest game.
I know.
It is. Got him.
There's almost
I'm
no
actually
point
starting
in
to
playing
learn
Hanzo,
Awesome.
other than clearing the point.
Ah, learning Hanzo.
Ha.
Ah,
My ultimate is ready.
That
Wow,
feel when
that's
you get
really not terrible.
double shanked. Screw this, I'm going Genji.
did it, guys.
Oh, I
I
almost
won
got
a
him.
Genji.
I also have my ultimate.
Guys, I won a Genji fight.
The objective is mine. Be quick about it.
Alright. We have to chain our ultimate. Oh wait, no. I'm going Hanzo. Let's chain our ultimate.
We'll have to deflect their ultimates. You can do that. You can deflect Hanzo ult, but you have to hit while it's still an arrow.
Yeah.
Do it.
Nice, nice, nice. And that's the game.
Woo!
We did it, guys. We
Hanzo
outmemed.
Gaming.
Got him! Oh, someone else got me though.
Ah.
The llama lover got me.
Oh, God,
Gosh
this
dang
guy.
it, Cloud.
Of course they.
Wow, what a video.
Dang, you guys got wrecked.
I don't know how to play this game.
Oh my god, the anime guys.
It's worse than you would anime games and get
You're talking as if we're surprised that that was the outcome.
Thanks, Joe.
Oh, it is also for this mode. Okay, I'm like, there's no way a cooldown is that low.
Mm-hmm.
That's BS. Well, guys, now Hanzo main.
Never forget Infinite Tracer.
Yes, we need to do that tonight.
Highly offensive. Alright,
Oh,
all
only
the-
offense character. Oh, boy.
We're all soldiers now.
Oh, guys, this isn't the actual game.
I don't care. I get to play Farah.
It is, but we're just down 2
Oh,
players.
it's match time. Wait.
Yeah,
Wait, is there cooldowns?
probably.
Cooldown.
Yeah, regular cooldowns.
Alright then, it's clear who the best character is.
Ooh, that's a
Farah?
violent Farah.
Oh.
Farah, no!
This soldier sucks, jeez.
Well, his name is
can't actually hit me.
LeeTheENTP.
Hey, I'll have you know, I almost got 5 golds one game earlier today with lag. The, what's his face? The Zenyatta out-healed me, like, in the last couple minutes.
Soldier coming to the point. Oh, okay.
I
Aww,
got a loot box.
Lame.
I didn't.
What did we do?
No.
We're all soldiers now.
Wait, we're back to spear fishing? That's great.
What do you think you're doing with the gold skin, huh?
Drop
Huh?
the
Huh?
grave spray. I don't know whose grave it is, but somebody's.
It's his.
Exactly. What is that noise?
It's the jump pad.
There's a jump pad here?
Yeah, man.
We...
Straight out of Quake.
Come
No,
on,
don't
guys.
fight
That
him.
is cool.
Have everyone jump.
So dumb. Yeah.
It's a brawl in the skies.
Oh my god. You have half health in this game.
Whoa! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
From the jump pad.
New.
My name it was triple health, quarter damage, Lucio.
That was Lucio. Headshots only. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Why are we fighting on this? Come on.
Ow. I was trying to be friendly, then they shot me.
Cause one of our guys.
Oh, hey, there's a dude there. friendly, nah.
Yay!
This is clearly my favorite game mode. Why would I waste it being friendly?
Jump pad. Jump pad.
Having fun there?
Yes.
Woo!
Where are they?
Here they come.
Oh, I can't.
Nice. Wow, he is not happy.
Oh, Ian, we're doing it. We're like cycling.
Lee, jump in here with us.
Yeah, come
But
on.
I want to kill people.
To the bouncy house.
Woo! This makes it difficult to kill people. Huh.
You guys go in circles.
Oh.
I made a friend. Should I betray him?
Yes.
Okay.
You cold-hearted murderer.
Well, you guys told me to betray him.
Yeah. You say you're bad because you're a cold-hearted murderer.
Oh, here comes someone.
Lee!
Jerk. Bloodthirsty jerk.
Oh, he's not falling for it!
Why are we still in queue? I feel like this is not what we should be doing. I wouldn't mind No Limits if we just meme the shit out of No Limits with all the
Alright.
same character.
I'm not party leader, though.
Gosh, your party.
Oh. Wait.
You wanna know leave and go to No Limits.
Oh!
Wait,
Well.
we found a game.
Yeah, we did.
Why?
It's not telling us the game type.
Won't be a
Oh boy!
Reinhardt.
I call Lucio.
No, it's only Ryan.
Oh gosh.
It's 5 Reinhardts, 1 Lucio.
What a dweeb. Alright, lads.
Kill him.
I think we all blow our charge at once, right? Is that the correct move?
Quickly, guys, it's clear. We're all white and Lee is black at this point. Let's discriminate.
No!
We're relying on him to keep us alive.
Yeah. What if I only go speed?
Keep it on speed.
Lee, if you don't keep us alive, Lee, if you don't keep us alive, we'll whip you.
Yes.
It's racist.
Yes.
This is a family-friendly stream.
Lee, when has your stream ever been friendly?
Whenever you guys aren't in it.
2 hours. Where's my beer? Oh no, I don't have beer anymore. I have a swinging hammer.
As Zach always says, speed, speed. That's what we need.
No, I think we need to do is we need to form a square. A square of rectangles.
Yes.
It doesn't work. It's just charge the shit out of it.
No. Square of
Go, go, go!
Autobots roll out.
Excuse me, are you calling me a robot?
Yes.
I'm not a stinking omnit.
I'm gonna die. I died.
I died. Lee, Lee, now we have to whip you.
No. But we didn't lose.
There's a few Reinhardts behind us.
Please make a Reinhardt shield.
Do you get sped up as you're charging if I do that? Or is this a charge normal speed?
I think it's normal speed.
Darn.
Shields don't work in this mode anyway. Like, what are you shielding?
Lucio?
Yeah. I can do quite a bit of damage.
Oh my.
Alright, I can boost health in a little bit.
Well, we're all dead.
Got him.
Oh, I'm totally
Got 2
toast.
of 'em. Oh shoot, I effed that up.
My ultimate is almost ready. Earth shatter, ready.
Slammed.
Lucio's down.
Oh. I need healing.
Ooh, triple kill off of you guys.
Lee, heal me.
1 second.
There we go. Yeah, I think we can push up actually.
You gotta bring it to them.
Oh, I effed that up. Woo! 10-player kill streak, boys.
Hey.
Come on, fire.
Lee,
What?
you are not fast. You must give me speed.
You want speed? You're almost dead. Oh, never mind.
Lee, you did not give me enough fast. I did not.
No.
I needed more fast, Lee.
I'm sorry.
This was not Hedgeman fast enough.
I'm only his apprentice.
Do they give up their...
Oh, come on, guys.
What?
No, not us, them.
Shoot, he is so low. Nope, I'm dead.
You guys suck.
Hey man, I got 3 golds. No, someone stole one of my golds.
Let's up the tempo. Pump up the volume. My ultimate is charging.
Alright, leave them with me. It's like the 3rd time that Lucio has killed me over anybody else. Get on the point, guys. I have ulti. Get there.
Yeah, did you guys hear that Terry
Dang it.
Crews is voicing the next Overwatch character?
I didn't hear it was official yet, but I've heard... Oh, it is? Nice.
Aw, dang it.
I heard it was everything but official at this point.
Guys, need to get on the point. Just need everyone to be alive.
Should have my ult up sorta soon.
Go.
Someone get on it. Someone get on it.
We're on it.
Quickly.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah, it cost me ulti though.
I can sound barrier us in like, yep, 0 seconds. It's up.
Careful behind us. There's gonna be a dude behind us.
Yeah.
Just charge out now.
Hey!
I did it.
Let's break
I
it
won.
down!
Football.
I won this game first.
I got 3 golds, man. I love this game mode.
My favorite thing was when we did No Limits and we all went Roadhog. That was
Yes,
hilarious.
that was awesome.
Where we tried to pull someone apart by chaining them with.
Guys, make a square.
Oh yeah.
Make a square. 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 With me.
Alright, I'm one of the sides.
We need one more. One more. Where's the other guy?
The square isn't working.
Come on, one more.
We need another. Come on.
Yes. Alright, let's go.
Close enough.
Oh, this is my jam.
I do not want to be trapped there.
The required fast.
I gave you the required fast till we got here.
Lee,
What? You guys need health at this point.
Wow. Okay, cool.
I do need help. A lot of help.
Alright, I will be there momentarily.
Oh.
I got cornered and beat up by a bunch of angry German people.
That's because you're black.
It all makes sense.
Actually, to be honest, like the Germans were one of the most progressive people towards.
Yeah.
Beat him down, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up! Oh, come on, guys! Oh, guys, he died down and you were beating on him.
Ow! I got beat up in the corner. My people. You know what people were saying would be funny?
What?
Is Terry Crews wasn't actually voicing the actual person, but the Doom Gauntlet itself.
Oh.
Someone kill him.
Oh no.
Okay.
I didn't get the shield. Why did I not get the shield?
It's line of sight. I guess you were behind the pillar or something.
Lee.
Hey man. I tried.
Hey, you guys know if you jump as Reinhardt hits you, you can generally avoid the pin.
I'm going! Oh my god, I'm going ham! Oh, okay. Need another dude. On the point.
Coming.
I got healing for you guys. Oh, I'm dead.
Get there, boys.
The heck? Lee, you're pulling us down.
But I'm on fire.
Get there.
Why are you on fire? You haven't done
Because I'm
anything.
good. Because I have 3 golds and a silver.
He is one of those healing.
Ow. Yes.
Dang it.
I have almost 9k healing.
It's one of those objective times.
Yes, the 58 seconds. The other one is objective kills with 15. And the silver is elims at 20.
Wait, how much objective time do you have?
58 seconds.
So you're the gold.
Mm-hmm. Save me, thank you.
You don't deserve it.
Oh my lord. You guys are a mob.
Nah.
Lee.
You could be a mob.
What?
Why aren't we a mob?
Keep getting surrounded by these guys.
We need to group up, guys. This is never going to work if we're not grouped up.
Alright, guys. No!
Get on there.
Come on. That ain't right.
Can't do anything. My teammates are like, hey, go.
No, go. 2 of them are down.
Alright, I'm almost there.
There's a loss here.
There's like a bunch of them down. I'll send you healing. And I died.
No! I was right at the point!
What?
Why?
I had my shield up.
I don't think the shield blocks that.
Yes, it does.
It does?
The shield
But it's an
obviously
earth?
blocks. Yes.
The earth shatter? That's the ground though. You're not blocking the ground
Yeah,
with the
you block
shield.
it with the shield. It works.
I don't know.
Dude, I play this character. I would know this.
Yes.
How would you know this, Lee? You've never
Because
played
it
in your
just
life.
because what just happened countered what you said.
Nah, it's probably because like my shield went down for a second, or they hit me from a weird angle. But
Maybe.
The direct line of the shield blocks Earth Shatter.
Hmm.
It does block Earth Shatter.
Alright, fine. It's 2 to
Like
1.
Wait, is there Shadow the ultimate?
Yeah.
The shield blocks Earth Shatter. Nothing else does.
Yes.
Being airborne
Okay.
blocks it.
No, being airborne does not block it.
What? So if I'm far and I'm hovering 20 feet off the ground, I'm still going to get hit by Earth Shatter?
That's blocked by a different reason than
Okay,
being off
okay,
the ground.
remember, stay grouped up. Take your
It's like
weapon, have your healing. You get this.
point is, it's within like a couple of meters off the ground, so you can't like jump to avoid it.
Yeah. What you
But if
said.
you're like way up in the air,
got double teamed.
That sounds sexual.
Yep. And it was. Oh, go heal him. What the hell?
Ha!
Alright,
I mean,
nice,
no.
boys. Nice job, guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is how it's gone at the other 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Need to hold it.
We won the first one though.
Huh?
Actually, we can't push up here. Yeah, the first one could have been pushed up and...
Give me the required healing.
Fine. Ow!
Holy crap. Ah,
Alright, boys, I'm on my way. Oh, shoot, everybody's dead.
yeah.
Lee, give
Alright,
me the
I'll
required
stay back.
fast.
Yeah, but we should wait for the other guys.
Lee, you just got hit by that. You're pretty crap.
So I'm not scum, I'm pretty crap.
You are scum and pretty crap. You're crappy scum.
You're some pretty scum.
Yes. Let's go with that.
Screw you, Lafayette.
No! Save me! Thank you.
I killed their Lassier.
Oh, that was a good
Nice.
stun.
Kill them.
Oh, okay, well, that worked.
Shoot. This is where I die. Or not. Huh.
Oh. Okay.
Alright, I can heal boost soon.
Cool.
Shoot.
I got Lucio. There's one. Guess we're getting too aggressive.
Ha!
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh, dang it. Oh my god, he's getting carried so far away.
Oh no. I lived!
Somehow. I have my ulti soon. Oh, I hit 3 guys with mine.
Save me, save me, save me. Let's go, Lee.
Yep.
Oh, dang. Oh my god, whoever saved me, I love you.
There we go.
Push out, push out. Yeah.
That chain CC.
Nice pillar.
Oh yeah.
You are blue, baba dee ba dee baba.
This was what? Why is this? Oh yeah, 'cause I was going ham.
Oh yeah, 'cause I did things.
Oh, nice.
I barely got anything there.
Yeah.
No, do not.
15k healing.
Do not inflate his ego.
No, why? What is wrong with you people?
52.
52.
52. 13 of which were a quarter of his kills were for sharp.
Like how we all agreed, do not give it to me.
Alright.
Total mayhem, what does that entail? Everything?
Junk.
What's the catch?
Uh-oh.
Double health. Okay.
Oh, is this like
low cooldown?
Triple health overpowered egg wars?
Oh no. Please. No.
Oh, we're doing double health, which means
Yeah.
double health, low cooldowns means.
Yeah, it is double health, so offense is definitely gonna have a rough time.
You know who would be great?
Bastion.
No, defense on this you always lose. Oh, okay.
You need characters that can do super high burst.
Like Widow?
Or actually, no, you don't want super high burst. You want super high sustain damage.
Like Bastion.
Roadhog.
Bastion,
Tanks are
Roadhog.
really- tanks are
Yeah.
strong.
Tanks are gonna be great here.
Oh yeah, 1200 HP. Okay.
Try Soldier if he doesn't work out. I'm
I have
going.
8
Probably Diva.
You guys, I'm playing.
Oh, there's like.
Zarya, and I have 800
Oh!
health.
2-second cooldown. What?
1, 2.
1,
Lee,
2.
Lee, I'm giving you permission for one time only.
What?
Lee, play Bastion.
But
Because
he doesn't have any cooldown advantage.
Right, but he'll rip through people with really high health.
True.
And he has really high health.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got what? 600 with this?
300 normally.
Yeah, 600. Let's go. But you guys have like 1200 as the tanks. All right.
First through him.
I can give you shields too.
That's true. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll stand by you.
Oh my god. The
What?
shield's on a 2-second cooldown.
Can we repeat any heroes? Oh, hi, May.
I have that Sarah.
Let's go, Lee.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Grab the health pack. It's on cooldown, of course. Alright, I'm gonna go set up somewhere. I wanna set up on that bridge thing. This side. Oh shoot, he's got that already? Hey, I lived.
Garbage.
Oh, because ults are on really low cooldown too.
Oh wow, okay. Whoa.
Whoa, what's this?
Alright, if I can get in there, I'm gonna set up over there.
Lee,
But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in.
Lee, set up over at the health. Set up at the health pack, because all Zarya ult them into your line of sight.
Gosh dang it, I wanted to use this to move in.
I have my ulti again.
Lee, set up on the.
It's just like no damage. Blech. Wait, where do you want me to set up? On the health pack out there?
Yeah, set up on the health pack out here.
Alright.
Because and all Zarya ult them into your line of sight.
Ooh, sounds like a plan.
What's Total Mayhem?
Double health, low cooldowns, any character. Oh well, you guys are in there now. Why should I be out here?
Oh, that's in the that's like an actual game mode
Alright,
now?
push. There's a dude down.
Wait, so they made that an actual game mode?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Hi, Torb turret.
Push.
So does that mean
Bye,
you
Torb
use,
turret.
flying Junkrat attacks or no? Is it just really low cooldowns and not? Oh, so I'm guessing it isn't instant cooldowns.
No, but it's close.
Yeah, it's
Good
really
enough.
close.
Good enough for me. Is there a Widowmaker roll too?
Ooh, I want objective time. We.
Basically, tanks are overpowered.
That's just regular Overwatch, Ian.
Dibs on
That, I mean, no, that's Smite. Smite tanks are overpowered.
No, not really.
Yes, really. If your tanks are overpowered in your games, then you're not playing the correct thing in Smite.
Okay, they're slightly overpowered, but that's
No, they're warriors and guardians are the strongest characters by a mile.
Yes, that's true, but at the same time, you get people who know how to do what they're doing.
Save you guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, it's might have
maybe.
good
Yo,
AD.
how did you do that?
Because I'm
Why
Bastion.
do like all of you have your ult? Literally.
Ult
everybody-
charges really fast.
Yeah.
Everybody has their ult. That's fantastic.
I'm ready to use mine. Let's
You should
go
all
in.
just do it at like almost the same time. Like one person ults, they all respawn. Next person ults, they all respawn. Next person ults, they all respawn. That'd be beautiful. Because right now everybody has their ult.
I'm out of my nook, but I will help you.
Get out of here, Torb.
I had 16 health.
Ooh, this is taking forever to
Diva has
repair.
1,200. 1,200 health. Okay, sure.
You know what? Screw you, turret. Go away.
Right.
Put my life. Travesty.
You got one person. Good job. I'm proud of you. Get that ult, please.
No. My health.
Oh, we all just
You just have like the an angry dwarf chasing you down.
A dwarf! I'm not a dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
Whoa.
Well.
Alright, guys, set up on the Kyle, set up on one of these moving platforms.
Ooh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna set up over on one of those.
Guys, set up on this.
Yep.
Back to me.
Oh, whoops.
Lee, hang on. You need to wait for me. I'm not gonna make it.
Come on, Ian.
I couldn't make it.
Get good.
Securing the objective.
That little wave is perfect.
Really?
Sarah.
This is fun.
I have gold damage and gold healing, and I have my ulti again. Alright, push in.
I'm already there. There are 3 tanks that are killing me.
Yep.
I'm raining fire down on him.
I just ran it.
No! I was on a platform. I tried.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got almost all the way up by myself.
Yeah,
Well, aren't you special?
Proud of you, Kappa.
No, you're not.
I mean, not Kappa. I mean Kappa.
Kappa Pride.
No, I don't mean Kappa Pride.
Kappa Pride.
No.
Okay.
My ultimate's ready. Or not, I'm out of mana.
My ultimate is charging.
Bye, Roadhog.
Hello, Diva.
Go away, Farah. I just want to kill people.
I'm at 75.
You guys rolled again.
Okay. Decided that should be nerfed.
I got my ult.
Yo, boys.
No, you didn't.
I am going to need help against gamer.
Every time you just kill.
Oh, pushing.
Oh no.
New.
Panic.
Go.
Panic mode activate.
Oh my god, we got double Toblerone.
It's just a diva sitting on you.
Someone kill the
Oh,
bastion.
you almost killed soldier. What are you doing, man? Oh.
Ow.
Why is this guy playing Soldier?
I don't know.
Soldier gets nothing out of this.
I mean, he gets better respawn on his
Yeah.
Well, that's it. But then he's not that strong because he can't.
And his
burst through-
rockets, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can't do enough with that damage, though. It's not
Well, with the rockets, maybe, but regular rifle, not so much.
Get in there. Why do we have... Oh, we just respawned, okay. There's a Junkrat behind us.
Alright, we need
Saw
every-
Farah.
Leave.
There's a Junkrat behind us.
The same exact direction.
Taking the
every single
scenic tour.
time. The Ferret still doesn't realize that you do this every single time. Like,
I finally died the first time.
yeah.
Bye, Bastion. What do you want from me, Diva?
Yeah, I got that ult again. Let's go. Oh, friend request. Aww.
Let's get that repair going.
Oh my god. That was a good
Her
shield by
shield
her.
prevents you from getting
I
your...
know. That was a good shield.
No!
Lee, why are you by yourself?
Because I got pulled off my platform
Why'd you go
by a
in
very angry Roadhog.
That's all he's been.
That's all I'm doing.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
I'm ready to initiate
Oh my god. I got bursted through my shields.
Oh, whoop.
Guys, wait for me to ult before you guys ult because my ult pulls them in, so your ult.
Yeah,
But my ult's better,
died.
But
Tell me
you
when you're
guys.
ready. Oh.
Get out of here, Farah. What a lucky break.
There you go. Beautiful.
Wee.
I need help.
All right, well, that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it?
Yes.
So we backdoored them.
Good, they're like 3 of them on me.
Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah. It was fun. It was so much fun.
Just hi.
Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't even get a card. Oh.
Dear God.
I think you healed a little bit there. Stop.
No, I don't think he healed at all.
Yeah, actually, I think you should have done more for the team.
Yeah,
Like,
you
come on.
know, you need to not die. That's how much you need to heal so much that you don't die.
Yeah, exactly. You need to like be a constant state of healing. You actually did keep healing. Oh, you know what? We gotta play on the new. We gotta get a match on the new map. Let's go.
Pog champ. Wait, does that mean that we just played this week's weekly brawl?
Alright guys, I have exactly 1,000. What am I buying?
Lucio skin. Totally not, because that's what's on my main menu right
I
now.
don't like the Junkrat skins very much.
Why the Reinhardt skin?
Yo, are we gonna?
I like the 2 legendary Lucio skins.
You guys, are we doing?
Gold one's kind of though.
I think we're doing the match of the week.
Because I just want to do arcade because I boxes. Now what boxes? Wait, dude. What what good skins do you already have that you don't want to change? Like, is there a skin for someone that you want that you don't have?
Gosh, what game mode are we gonna do? What do you guys want to do game mode wise? Josh is asking.
That
I don't know.
The Oasis weekly brawl. I think that's what people wanted.
Oasis what?
The Oasis weekly brawl.
Yeah, I'm down.
Just Oasis all the time.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. I'm just down because I want to get I just want to get boxes, you know.
I don't think that works like that for weekly brawl.
I feel you.
I might be wrong, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
if weekly brawl wins count towards.
Pretty sure it's anything in arcade.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
You are.
Oh, okay. I'm an engineer. I can be wrong.
You're an engineering student. You're not an engineer. You do not call a pre-med student a doctor, and you do not call an art history student a barista. Okay.
Excuse me,
I
made.
do.
Kyle.
I have proof that I am an engineer. I made a ping pong crossbow. Fight me.
I will fight you.
Not with my ping pong ball crossbow.
Make me one and we'll duel.
You see,
Oh, what is
I
this?
engineered away.
Whoa, what's this?
This isn't Oasis.
Yeah, no. I
skirmishing.
think you did
Did you
the
get the
wrong
far
thing.
left one, Josh?
Yeah, weren't we gonna do only?
This is no limits. Oh shoot!
Yeah, no.
It's an army of Genjis. Who pulled us out right at the
Okay, you put us in the right one.
the last second.
Yee.
I wanna play sombrero.
I am sombrero. Bring it.
That sounds sexual.
This is a family-friendly stream. Let me remind you all.
I feel sexually
we're
aroused.
streaming. We're streaming right now?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Lee, are you gonna show your entire stream your large collection of porn?
No,
Or
that'll
just
take
a small
a few
collection
years.
of porn.
No, we'll save
yeah,
it for
yeah.
YouTube.
I mean, he does have honey pot, so that is technically porn.
True. You should do a
Dang it, Jared! Why'd you have to gift it?
You should do a full playthrough of that for your next stream.
I mean,
I'll get banned on Twitch.
yeah,
make
to
sure
get
that you look up all
I can't stream it. They won't let me.
Just censor it. It's okay.
I'll just not capture the game.
Do it on YouTube. You can do it on YouTube.
You just stream your mic.
And that's it.
In the game sounds, but not actually.
No, they probably won't even let me do the game sounds. No! Wait, you don't have the hacked thingy.
That is the hacked thingy.
No, there's a hacked speech bubble. Ha!
What?
Can't get up there.
Yeah, because you're bad.
Oh man, no cars on this one.
Is that Lucio though? I missed. Yeah, Lucio and Reaper. Okay.
So their soldier's not exactly great.
Yeah, I'm not doing well right now either, so I don't blame him.
There's a Reaper in the distance and he's almost dead.
I was fighting the Reaper. Reaper's coming in from there.
Oh, and he's dead.
Easy. Yo, we got soldier. I missed. I have missed all of my hooks so far, but that's okay.
Shoot.
Good.
Soldier coming out left.
See, I played on this map earlier today against the hard bots. These guys are nothing compared to the hard bots. They will headshot you like 90% of the time.
Reaper. Oh, ow. Okay. Reaper blue.
Ah, I'm dead.
Oh, he's so low.
Roadhog's pretty low.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I'm dead.
My ult's
But my
Oh
ult's
my
up.
God, they're all in there.
Yo, boys, just hold him off. I can get there.
I tried.
Okay.
I've almost got my ult.
Ugh. That was bad. I have my ultimate though. We can test
Alright,
things.
I'm gonna heal up and I'm gonna ult right now. Let's go. Oh yeah. Let's go, Blake. Oh no.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That hurt. Alright, I shall wait.
That wasn't worth it.
But
This old dog's learned a few tricks.
someone just called me.
Alright, get there. There's an Anna.
Roadhog is almost dead. Oh, never mind. Got him weak again though. I got Reaper, but Diva's still at large.
Mission ain't over yet.
Lucio.
Got him.
Beautiful.
I'm hitting the hooks. We're good.
Hey.
Actually getting like
I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's go up top and contest up there.
Whoa, what is happening? Okay, my game just died. That's fun. Okay, how was
Alright, you're asleep.
How did I I keep getting tagged out by this stupid... I got tagged out by...
They're all coming up top.
Holy crap.
How many are there?
Like 3, maybe 4, and I'm dead. Oh, I thought that was our diva, but we don't have a diva.
There's 4 of them on the point. Okay.
Hey, I can.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Careful.
I'm dead.
What? That weirdly fell.
Yep. I got like
soldier as well. I'm dead.
Alright. Get there. There's only one left.
I saw that.
Worth it.
Saw that. Yo, get them off of there, please.
I'm trying.
What are you doing?
My ultimate is charging.
I'm running around invisible on the point.
Nice.
I got hit from behind.
They might get the point.
Yeah, they got it. I'm just waiting.
Alright,
I'm just trying to get my ult up.
They blew Lucio out for it. Okay.
My ultimate is charged.
Now, I haven't ever played on this map, and I haven't played for a while, so, you know, this is fun. Yeah.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Alright, I'm gonna put it on the side. You guys. Oh, show us this.
There's a diva and there's a yep.
Hi, Diva.
Hi.
That there's ours.
That's ours, but I missed it.
Bolton boys.
I've got you in my sights.
Almost got the Lucia.
What's that in there?
Oh, I got the perfect shot on the.
There's a Reaper nearby.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
I tried to attack him.
Oh, he is. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kill them.
Wow, that was chaotic.
All right.
I got the diva.
Nice.
Oh, her mech
Oh
is
my
just
God.
barely there.
Her mech is about to land on me.
I was holding to play sombrero. Cause I never play sombrero.
Hey,
Ooh, this is the one with the cars.
Yep.
Ooh.
Haha, Lee, get ready.
Are we gonna play or are we gonna?
Guys,
Dang it.
look all the way at the top of this thing.
Are we gonna actually try or are we gonna play car dodge?
Wow.
Car dodge
Ooh.
would not go well with my character. I guess.
Nah, man, you got this.
Just go invincible.
True.
No, I can knock people in the car
The
too.
way the cars.
Hey, I just want to go and have fun on the bouncy house.
Oh yeah. But I got a Diva and other people to deal with. Dang, they have a Reinhardt now. They're running triple tank.
They have another soldier.
They have a Roadhog.
Got Roadhog. Reaper and Diva are gonna, yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
gotta
hey,
fall-
Alec, come to the jump pad.
Oh, is the jump pad over
My
here?
lord,
It's right
guys.
here.
Ooh.
Are we testing the point?
I got him. Yes. That was perfect.
I need the diva off the butt.
Got him.
Guys, look.
Ah, I'm dead. I cleared the Reinhardt off. Because I popped up behind him because of the jump pad.
Dang, son.
this old dog's learned a few tricks.
I'm coming, boys. I got this. Ah, I didn't get it.
Reaper incoming.
Oh, they got a Roadhog as well. Oh,
What Roadhog?
Yeah, right. They got a soldier on or on side.
There's a Reinhardt.
Got like no health.
I need the soldier
New.
off my butt.
I'm gonna get Reinhardt. Got Reinhardt. Ah, dead. Thing is, I can like get one person, but then other
why
than
is it-
that, I just get immediately destroyed.
Why is the soldier just standing up there shooting?
Because he's bad.
I'll go deal with him. No one else does.
Okay, my ult's ready to go, so if we need to push at one time, I can do that.
Yep. You need to basically push in and...
Alright.
Diva's a mech, saved him. He's still up there.
Whoa.
Oh my.
I'm behind them.
You got this, boys?
Yep.
Dead yet. My tactical visor is charging.
Oop.
Okay, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I did
Get on the
absolutely
point.
not. Their soldier has his ult.
No. Soldier just picks me off.
Please, overtime.
No, please.
Ah.
Overtime, please.
Shoot.
I was hiding on their point and I
Dang it.
ulted so that we could move in, but no one did anything off
Hey,
it.
I ulted too.
I was
and nobody
dead.
did anything.
Why
I
were
had to
you
deal with the
dead?
soldier ult.
Because the soldier's standing there, stationary, shooting people.
I tried to go for him, but I got diva routed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna kill him, but Diva absorbed all the damage and then soldier finished me off.
You had to try and get up there to fight him, but no one was there to help me.
Strangely enough, hey, I was there.
You were not.
I was right behind you. You died, and then I took out Diva. 'Cause
I did
she
not
absorbed.
die.
Who needs a healer?
You didn't? What? Where were you then?
I was on the point.
Oh,
That
huh.
was the reason that we had overtime to begin with.
Guys, just focus on the next
Maybe we're
round,
talking
okay?
about different times.
Am I the only? Oh, I thought you fell off the map. I was like, wait.
Nah.
Yeah, get him. Oh, not quite.
Soldier on the side.
Yeah, I'm occupying him.
Ah.
One got him. They got a Hanzo as well.
So I got the hand though.
Health back, please. Thank you.
Get on the point.
I have like no health. I can't. Yeah.
Ugh. Holy crap.
I had.
Just some healing if anybody needs it.
I do, I need it.
Please.
Okay. Viva.
Got her.
Ow. Hanzo's up there.
I got you.
On the side.
Oh, come on. I got killed.
Ow. I misclicked.
Soul dogs learn a few tricks. My ultimate is
This
ready.
is just me, or are the respawn times faster?
They seem to be faster.
I've got you in my sights.
No Hanzo, or sorry. No Reinhardt, no problem.
There's tons of stuff.
Oh, so close.
They're Roadhog as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
They're Roadhog. Oh, come on.
You should say get dunked. Get it? Because
No.
his name is Dunk. So you can say get
Reinhardt's-
dunked on.
Reinhardt tech.
Soldier off the
Come
bus.
on, where is the team? I'm trying.
I'm gonna hide a little bit, wait for that thing to wear off.
We have no
press.
pressure.
It's like way up.
Like the issue is the fact that I'm getting completely routed every time that I go to do anything because you guys are
Going in
just
one
dead.
and one.
Hey, I'm ready to go right now. Oh, I tried to
I
get the
almost
soldier
got
from
my
the
ult with me. I got my Mei ult. Everyone ready?
Yeah, go, go, go.
Go for it.
I'm behind him.
I'll be there.
I can't do anything for soldiers hunting me down.
Hanzo's up top, so watch out.
I got the Reinhardt.
Hey,
Yep.
there's still Zarya.
Hanzo, watch out.
I'm gonna go for the Hanzo.
Someone to take the Zarya out. She attacked.
Got her.
Okay.
Nice, nice, nice. There we go.
Got some damage on their soldier. They're gonna come from behind, by the way.
GG, soldier. Get knocked off the point.
Reinhardt's ult is up. Yeah, be careful.
Where are they? Ah, dang it. Lucio.
I've got you in my sights.
I'm on top of the Reinhardt! I was on top of the Reinhardt, there's like nothing was beautiful thing I've ever done. Oh, the kill steal.
Come on, Hanzo's up
Dang
on
it.
the ledge.
I know, I
Is he
got him.
still up there?
Got
I got him.
I got him.
Alright.
I have no health.
Roadhog's here. And I'm dead.
Oh my god, what?
Oh, that was high.
Oh no. Problems.
Shoot.
Their Roadhog isn't ult.
Well, that did not work.
Everybody group up.
Yep.
I'm gonna stick back around here.
I'm on the back part of the point.
I see you.
Try and go,
I'm under.
Knock somebody off real quick.
Going down the stairs usually works pretty well.
That's where I am right now.
Alright,
Ow.
They're Reinhardt's.
Reinhardt attacked.
Yep. See if you can get in there, guys. I have ulti.
Their Reinhardt's super low.
Go.
Ooh.
Nice, nice, nice.
Got him.
Fight ain't over yet. Hey,
Yep.
Hey.
Hey.
Alright, hold it.
Hanzo on the left.
I'll keep knocking him off.
Nice.
Wait, did you guys see what happened to me?
Oh no. What'd you do?
Oh, the Roadhog pulled me, but I had my teleporter thing out.
Yeah, and then I immediately pulled the Reinhardt, or the Roadhog. Oh no, I'm trapped by.
Alright.
Okay, I have no help. Panic.
Roadhog's back. Watch out.
Got him.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Why are you just trying to poke him to the point?
And I killed him.
Screw that Roadhog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing well as Roadhog. Let's go, boys.
You boy.
I mean, I only have like 2 silvers and 2 bronze, but that's okay.
I got like 1 bronze.
Oh, there.
Look at this. That's beautiful. Hey, look, it's me.
This was like early in the match. What? I don't even get a card.
Hey.
Don't give it to Lee.
Don't give it to Lee.
But. No, don't upvote him! No, why?
Give it to the road.
What is wrong with you people?
We're naughty boys.
Hashtag screw Lee.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's your birthday tomorrow doesn't mean that you get
It's your birthday tomorrow?
Hmm.
Is it your birthday tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, 'cause he's
I'll tell you tomorrow, but happy birthday, man.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna forget tomorrow, so
I got
happy
nothing
birthday.
out my loot.
Well, thank you.
Oh, a nice voice crack as well.
I'm sorry. My throat's parched.
I can do another short match.
Oh, I'm the new party leader. Let's do more of the same stuff.
Let's do comp.
No. Are you back from the game?
I'm still pissed about comp.
Why? Oh yeah, because you're garbage.
Oh yeah. Your group rating is 2189. Ian.
What?
Dragging us down.
Ian.
Nah, that's me dragging us down. I just made 18 today.
Yeah, it's not me.
I like Roadhog. Should I play as Junkrat or Roadhog?
What are Abdul's at these days?
I think you've been doing well on a Roadhog.
Alright, I'm gonna do Roadhog. We have no healer.
Who needs a healer?
Okay.
Do it, no Jimmy's.
Please, healer.
Half of us can self-heal, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Hang
on.
I mean, hey, I could go Zen if you want.
You know what I just remembered? I have a legendary skin for 2 healers, so I'm happy about it. Hey, Ian, I have the same skin. Yeah. Yeah, boy.
There we go. Nice center.
I have that skin.
Oh, guys, is it fair to move out?
Nah, we're good.
Alright.
What is moving out? Why is Lee Zenyatta?
Because why not?
Interesting.
Oh,
I will fly
bye, guys,
with
see
you.
you later. I'm gonna go on the side, it's okay. I'm your only tank, that doesn't matter.
Please don't mind the spam.
I'm right next to the cars. Alright.
Nope. Oh.
They don't see me over here yet. This is brilliant.
They got a Genji on the point.
The pro
They had
Genji?
a
I don't know, I can't tell yet.
I got their Zen. I got their,
No.
I got their, McCree as well.
Nice.
Oh, I got the road.
Oh shoot, there's a Junkrat somewhere. Never mind.
I got him.
Nice.
Hi.
Need some healing, Ian.
Are you proud of me, guys? I mean, not really. Still. Same thing, right?
I'm just gonna hide in here.
Have fun.
I should probably go up top. Probably be better up there.
Genji's incoming.
You idiot.
Has any-
Turn around.
Oh, hi.
They're, May as well.
Oh my god.
Got her. Yeah, I'm doing well.
Oh, please tell me that killed him. No, it didn't. Okay.
Genji behind us. Got him. I saved you.
I hear a Tracer.
I didn't take any damage from him.
You're welcome.
There's a dude over here.
Great behind us.
I'll damage boost you when you actually pull them.
Tracer's around here being annoying. Careful.
Oh, I almost got her.
Tracer's so low.
Got her.
Careful.
Farah, please.
Just stay in here. Oh, I have something for you.
That's my brother! My brother's playing May!
I'm ulting.
What the
Damage boost me! Damage boost me! Quickly! Damage boost!
Why can't I hit you, Farah? I hit her exactly 0 times.
Oh no.
Farah is so low.
I nearly died from the filler. Alright, just a sec. Almost done. Oh, I hooked the tracer. Whoops. Hey guys.
Fight you, Zenny! My tank is safe.
Oh, there's Zenny ulted. Oh,
Gosh dang it.
I would like to know the specials.
Oh, I killed the main!
That's Kyle's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yo guys, I have 4 balls.
I can't get in. I can't get in.
Yo, I'm happy right now. I'm doing well.
Heroes never die.
Oh, my life.
For a price.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the double. I was 1 second away from getting the triple revive.
That's a 6 smart bomb. Oh, whoops.
Shoot.
There. Oh wait, we need to recap this.
McCree, please quit headshotting me.
Get him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that that was off my amazing double man revive.
Yo guys, I am proud of myself. I have 4 golds and silver. Oh, wait, did 2 of them leave the game?
Oh, one of them left and joined.
They have full teams.
I'm proud of myself right now.
I mean, you could probably invite your brother to our party now, Kyle. If he wants to. Or is he with friends or something?
Yeah, can we only take the boat? I want to take the boat. Oh, someone else left. Oh no, he left again. Yo, come on guys.
I think everyone died.
Okay,
Yeah.
boys, let's go.
Guys, come on.
Let's go. The story of love. A Roadhog and Mercy story.
That would not go well.
I mean, it worked for us last
Kyle, quit
week.
damaging yourself.
Widowmaker.
Yeah, just got past my sword.
Protect me while I'm left.
Oh, you stole my kill! You punk!
Yeah, I'm getting killed, boys.
Oh, well.
Hey!
Well, okay. I can work with that.
Two of them
Two of them
left, so
left.
of course.
It's a
Oh, my
4
brother left. I don't think they were in a party, I guess.
No, because they... No, they...
No, your brother and someone else left.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were partied.
I just love how I just hook someone and it just immediately kills them. It's fantastic.
Who's here?
No.
Got her.
Dang it, I wanted the BM kill.
There's a Reinhardt down below.
Dang it, Kyle.
Perfectly still.
Sorry.
And still managed to not kill me. I think it was a McCree as well.
Hey, Ian, you need some healing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
I want to
heal
knock
my...
somebody off the map. Come on, come on, come on.
This is my older brother's account. He's gonna kill me.
Why did the diva turn her back to me? Like, oh no. Oh, come on.
Yes! The
You're
BM kill.
welcome. Yo, I like how we just have like one person on the point.
Oh yeah, that's all we need.
Yeah, I'm on here. Let's go.
I want to knock somebody off.
Let me
Come
just
on.
like spawn camp. Yo, I could totally spawn camp so well with Roadhog.
Ow.
How dare they? Oh, they're trying that strategy.
Well,
I got this, boys.
Don't worry, guys.
Dang it.
somebody off the map.
I
Come on.
tried.
Come on, guys.
Bad guys, heads up.
Ah.
A temporary setback.
And there we go.
Yo, the Reinhardt.
Hey guys, who wants to experience tranquility?
Yo, so I got pinned by the Reinhardt.
Hey, what did I do?
And he got me like across the map, and he didn't kill me all the way, so I just hooked him immediately headshot him and died. Fantastic.
Oh, right when they were leaving.
Hey.
Oh, and I didn't even get a card.
Not Lee.
Not Lee. Don't let Lee have
There
it.
is no Lee.
Exactly.
Don't let him have it.
Yep,
I'm turning it off now.
Alright, yeah, I do have to go now though, so that's fun. Yeah.
Make me the party leader before you go.
I'm not the party leader.
Wait, no.
What do we want to do now? I'm party leader.
See you guys.
Let's do comp.
1v1. Yeah, I kind of wonder if we 1v1 at the same, if we all queue 1v1 at the same time, will any of us end up in a match
Oh, that would
together?
be hilarious.
There's no 1v1 anymore.
What?
What? Oh. Rip. I thought that would be hilarious though, if we all queue at the same time, if we could get in one.
Nobody, you're party leader now.
Who is?
Oh wait, I'm party leader? Why am I party leader?
I don't know.
Let's do comp. Yeah. And I think Sarah's gonna join us soon-ish.
How long?
I don't know. She said,
I'm for comp.
y'all, yeah, I'll come in a bit. Food first.
Okay, so that sounds like one game.
Isn't Overwatch
Yeah, one,
all
maybe
the
two games.
sustenance you need to survive?
Exactly. I've been living on an all Overwatch diet for the past 6 months.
Well, lad.
Yeah,
Alright,
man.
so we for comp?
Are we? Okay.
No. No. No.
Oh. Quick play?
Darn. Yeah, sure.
No limits.
No limits, no limits. Let's do it. Quick, right as he cues us for no limits, let's switch. Let's change our minds. Yeah. Oasis. Yeah.
No limits.
No, let's just do no limits.
I'm so excited for the next. I'm so excited for the next Smite character. It's gonna be awesome.
Which one is this?
Doomfist.
Morgan.
Who's it gonna be?
Doomfist is coming to Smite.
The Morgan?
Morgan is.
Like the Morgan's Law? The
Wait,
Morgan's Freedom?
Morgan Freeman?
What class is the next Smite character?
Oh wait, shoot! What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Okay. We have to check my
It's
time.
10:25, Kyle.
Because there's actually like finally a Dota tournament on in an hour. Okay, so it starts at 11:30. I need to watch because I have been starved of Dota 2.
Yeah, but it's this weekend is Smite. It is Smite this weekend.
Yes. But for me, I need Dota 2.
I know, it was so exciting yesterday because, or today, because for the first time ever, a non-NAEU team beat an NAEU team in Smite history.
In Worlds.
Yes. No, in any
In any
Smite
game ever?
In any
Any
Smite
official
game.
match?
Which team was it that did that?
Alright, boys, you know what it's time for.
It was Licked beat, Allegiance.
It's Route 66, guys.
Oh, we're defending.
Let's do it.
I believe that it's time for us to tell.
Time to roll out.
Kyle, look who just left the game.
Oh. Sadness.
I believe it's time for us.
Wait,
I believe
wait. Is he? Why is he keep getting matched up against us?
Is he, or is he like joining game?
I don't know how to.
I seriously don't understand people who play with actual comps in this game mode. I mean, they might as well be playing quick play.
I want their arcade points, maybe?
I mean, for a lot of multi-character comps, they'd be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going through their minds.
It's more fun to just play all the same character.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you play No Limits.
Exactly. Hey, look, is that an actual comp? It looks like it.
Oh, what dweebs?
Mm-hmm.
Nerds.
Yeah,
Nerds.
it's an actual comp. I saw 5 of them.
That's a Bastion.
Here, let's go this way.
Bastios.
Heal me. Oh, wait.
Heal me.
This
Dad.
is No Limits.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Whoa.
Back into the mix.
Is someone going up top? Oh, come on, man.
Shoot, I've got like no health.
Fine, dude. Keep going.
Oh, they got 3 soldiers now. I didn't even notice. And at least 2 of them have gold skins.
I need healing. Armor will help.
No. How do I?
Should we switch to Route 76 like they did?
No.
No? We're gonna stick with it?
We have to play. It's high.
I think we have to roleplay.
Alright, boys, let's roll out.
Autobot.
Oh my god. The one guy just got like a bunch.
Yeah, sure. Ow. And now I'm nearly dead.
Oh, hi, Roadhog.
Ugh. I got her and Ern.
Dang it. You know what? Screw it. We're going. Guys, let's be a bunch of Mexican hackers.
Alright.
Ooh, I got a
Where
guy.
is she at? There we go.
Everything can be hacked, and everyone. ¿Qué onda?
What? Did I get Bastio, dude?
What's Bastion?
They have a Bastio.
Yeah.
Guys, why do I have silver ellipse with
Yeah, I have silver elims with 2. I'm top damage somehow.
It's all up from here. The payload has reached the checkpoint. ¿Extrañaste?
Carl, I believe that you need to acquaint them with the current time.
Okay, but I need to like get in a good position because I have not used his ult stuff either unless.
Who has?
Thank you.
Hey.
What the? Why are you still out there, you ass?
Intentemos otra vez.
Jesus, why is he just? Oh, oh.
Hey there.
Good lord.
Oh no.
That the shards?
Yeah. Is there another one we know about? Why?
Ugh.
The shards.
I tried. I gotta do it. Guys, I have 4 elims. That's gold. Somehow. I'm glad we're taking this.
I hacked them.
I've got you in my sights.
I did my duty.
No.
It's an actual comp? What?
What? They had too many.
Play of the game.
Spandex.
Gold elims, 4 kills.
Oh, it's my attended high noon.
You need to get into a place where it's hard to hit you, but you can see them all for that.
I know, but like, that was just my best shot. I had to use it. Gold death.
Actually, I can't check that anymore, darn.
Whatever, gold objective kills, that's all that matters.
I got silver objective kills.
Hey.
With 1.
Hey, I need to do the loot box. Hey, I got epic. Ooh, a Sombra thing.
Ooh.
A Muse emote now.
How many viewers we got on the stream? Not just me still. Feels bad, man.
Lee, no one cares about your stupid stream. Maybe.
But it's a cool stream.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're a Palapso, Lee.
I thought Sarah was a Palapso.
But you're the Palapso apprentice. Ooh, who dis?
Hi.
Hi.
It's the Shadow Dude.
Quickly, Lee, you need to show him your incredibly large selection of porn. Can we make that a meme?
Why? Why would we want to make that a meme?
Why would you not want that to be a meme?
True.
Lee, why are you a meme? Oh wait, can we go Oasis?
I didn't choose the meme life, the meme life chose me.
You have to reinvite Shadow.
I just want to launch myself.
Oh, we have no limits.
Oh.
No limits, really.
Oh, we're attacking.
It's time.
It's Alios.
I can't smash 200, 300 ping.
Let's do it.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
Guys, that's not enough fast.
Oh, well, Misty.
Oh my god, I so wish their aura stacked.
Let's just push everyone off.
No, Sarah, you need to go loose here.
We need more speed.
Play no limits properly, you scum.
Yeah. This is close to an actual comp.
There we go.
Well, not really, but...
See, we got our healer, and we got the 4 DPS. The main.
And the damage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture objective.
Yup.
Oh, yeah, this is an American server, so I have like 222.
What else did you expect? Playing with Americans.
I think it's time for us to sit.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. 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 I hate my life.
Dead. How do you count?
Let's try that again.
Far off.
Oh no, no, Dad. Oh, dang it. seen that coming.
Ian, there's a diva behind you.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I did. Get good.
Only when she was killing me.
Well, that's as soon as I saw it, so
Nice
get good.
job. Good job.
Did anyone else see that?
Yes. I did in
I
fact
thought
see
I
that.
had the jump.
Ooh, Jeff messaged the group.
They're putting him up as fast as we can take him out, guys.
No one can hide from my sight.
Guys, they're coming in. They're coming in.
Watch out for Diva.
No one can hide from my sight.
I just
Hey, yeah, screw your mech.
off the edge. It was so good.
Oh, nice.
Triggered.
Much more time on the infrared.
Oh, dang. I effed up. Maybe a Bastion. Heads up.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Oh boy, they have a Bastion.
Yep.
Oh no, they have shield generators and like that.
Oh, they stack. Oh, well that sucks.
Oh. Get in the point, get in the point.
I did. My team did not saw that.
Hey, we use
I'm on.
sacrifice well.
Dang.
I have 1 HP.
My poor kill streak.
Now I don't.
Watch out for Diva.
Oh boy.
I have 7 health and you take my health back. Come on.
I had 1 health and you just had to take the health back, alright? Priorities here.
Jeez, Kyle. Chivalry.
Chivalry is dead.
1/7 per person?
Huh?
I think I'm 1/7 as important as he is. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, Kyle, you're arguing with a woman.
I
You won't win
know.
this argument.
I know.
Get on the point. I'm always gonna
I'm
win.
on the
my
shield
point.
gen. Oh my god, their shield gen's all the way back in their face.
I hate my life. I hate these Symmetras. I hate this Diva.
I'm taking out a turret.
Ultimate.
As best I can.
I'm just gonna punch this. Nope, I'm dead.
Rest in peace, Sarah. She died for a terrible cause. She died for our memes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna go.
Alright guys, I think that this round we need to go fast.
Yes.
No, I actually have to try this game, guys.
Why?
Because I want to.
What else will
Oh yeah.
Is this hegemon fast enough?
I mean, I'll never get fast Roadhog.
Not quite. Now it's Hedgeman fast.
This is actually hilariously a good map for the
Okay, this is well. This is gonna be
But you
fun.
can't contest from in the well.
Well, you can contest if you're high enough in the well, but then they can just shoot you. Constant speed boost to the objective. Oh shoot, I got like no health. I'm switching to healing.
Oh my god, why is there... Okay.
Just die, May. And I'm dead. They've only got one Symmetra, thankfully. Keep forgetting I bound E and left shift to my mouse. Oh, May, you barely lived through that.
I need any amount of help.
Nice.
I knocked in the Roadhog earlier. Oh, they have a shield gen up.
Shoot.
Guys, these three
I got healing in a couple seconds.
I
Healing up.
The matches so much.
Yeah.
And I'm dead. Freaking Symmetra.
I'm looking for her.
Please nerf.
Lizba.
My ultimate is charged.
Okay.
They got me.
Alright.
Oh, hey, I lived.
Interesting. Decision-making. By the Diva player.
Can we please win? Do you think, maybe? If I ask nicely.
Ow, 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 ow. I walked into a mess.
Where's the turret?
Oh no. If you're a oh.
Alright, let's go.
No! Her turret, her shield gen's at no health.
Where is it?
Wait, can someone break it down for me so I can use my ult?
I just broke it down.
And
Ian's got his up.
Let's go. 3.
Oh, someone just. Nice, Zach.
1. Guys, please, let's take out this shield.
We're trying, dude.
I know where it was, but no one's protecting me.
We're also trying to take the point, keep in mind.
Yeah, but we can't.
Okay, bye, May.
that May. Oh wow.
Rip Snowman. Oh, bye, May again. How many Mays do they have? 2?
Oh my lord. Screw this. I have no idea what's going on, guys.
We are requiring the necessary fast.
So Ian, you got speed? Alright.
I got speed.
Nice.
Oh crap. Ow.
Whoa, okay. I thought we could take those out.
Oh. Alright, I got double
Speed. I need more speed.
We're out of speed. I'm sorry. Symmetra, no. You're not nice.
Where's the garbage at?
They have a bash.
God.
They have a teleporter.
Alright guys, I'm gonna sound barrier.
Can I have it, please?
Oh my lord.
I saved you.
Ow.
Lay the point. It needs you.
I'm back on.
I'm getting forced off.
Watch out for the bastion in the corner. He's not my way.
Oh my.
Come on, no! Just wanted to heal.
Run, Alex, run! As fast as
No!
Switch out there.
I like didn't heal. I just kind of went fast.
Oh. The cement. Oh.
I remember this.
Oh my god.
Bye, turrets.
They wouldn't. The poor things.
Rip Snowman. Alright, the next round is all May.
Alright.
That actually can work though. Especially throwing the ball. It's 10:46. Okay. job losing.
Alright, this might be my. If it's 10:46, this might be my last.
Oh, this is actually. Oh, we're on attack. Crap. If we're on nade, we could actually.
Let's do it.
Means.
Do it. Nah, because
Guys,
guys, here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna create a line of walls from the edge to the point.
So basically, what we need to do is we need to create a right-hand square with nades, and every time they run out, immediately like scoot
Yes.
forward and then put it up again.
No, we get on the point. We get on the point and we just block them off. We do not let them through.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
we just need to make.
Wait, can anyone else build a snowman?
I don't even know what my emote is. Oh, mine is a snowman. My snowman! You monster! Here, let me make another one. What is wrong with you people? There we go.
My snowman.
Gonna build him where it's gonna be safe. There, snowman, you'll be safe over here. They'll never look over here. No, where'd he go? Where am I? He just disappeared. There we go. Ian, why?
Go.
Okay, no.
Oh, come on, that was obligatory.
Squad, go.
I don't like how this is happening so far. Lots of pain.
Get on the point quickly, please.
I'm so short.
Go, go, go! Yes, I'm barely alive.
Run away! Help me, somebody! Oh wait, no mind. Help me!
It's just Symmetra Widowmaker.
God, for you.
Well, there we go.
Kind of strong campus, guys.
This is so wrong. This is so wrong.
Alright, Snowman, you'll be safe here on the captured control point. No! Snowman! Come on, man.
You know what? Let's just leave her here.
Yeah, honestly. She's just gonna like mess with us like that.
And now that we...
I keep dying.
Yeah.
Stop.
But Snowman.
No, I'm gonna charge it.
Wait, you know what we should do? We should build a bridge. You know how there's
No.
a Hanamura gap? We build a bridge across that.
Oh my god.
Can we do that?
I wanna try.
Let's do it.
You can build it over someone's dead body, I suppose. How far can a May jump? I don't know, and I don't want to try.
Actually, not very
We
far.
have to
Alright.
build. We have to build a thing.
We're gonna build a wall.
So I'll build over and then you try to build on top of my wall. Oh,
no, there's
well.
a place. No, there's a place here that we can do it with.
I made it!
Why did your wall have to break? Come on.
Alright, build the wall.
I'm trying.
That's the wrong.
This is so wrong.
Sarah, build on the other.
I refuse! No! Blocked off one Symmetra and another one took her place.
Oh my god.
Help me! I just want this to stop.
I'm ready to start a blizzard.
No, you get your
Oh,
own.
apparently I froze someone.
No, I'm trying to heal.
Guys, we're actually gonna try to do this.
But you have a shield up.
Dang it! That would have made it. Alright, you ready?
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Go.
It. Oh! I made it!
Okay, Bill. Okay, I'm stuck over here. This is fine.
No! Sarah, go.
I made it! I did it! I am the queen of jumping
they
over
have 3 widows.
Yeah, 3 widows, 3 Symmetra. Same as at the beginning. I have my ult. Wait, guys, we have to chain our ults.
This is in the point and then watch this.
Oh yeah, I have my ult.
I'm gonna toss one up on the widows if
Guys,
I live.
I froze 3 of them.
Nice.
And of course no one kills.
Guys, let's chain our ults on the point.
Okay.
Let's do it. Just cover it in ice.
Oh my
Ow.
god. You know, you gotta just out-widow a widow.
Yeah.
That's the plan. And of course,
I can't play at 300k.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure if you understand this or not.
Bad Symmetra. Gosh dang it.
Kyle, let's do this.
Dude, we're so dead. You can't do this.
Everyone is counting on
We totally
Guys,
can.
I have the snowman.
This is so miserable. At
Guys,
4
my
minutes, I'm
snowman
pushing off.
died.
But Kyle's
Rip.
still, man.
Dude, I can't do this anymore.
Sombra, or
Oh my lord.
Symmetra.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
You mean Satan?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Start a blizzard.
Oh, I didn't want to put the wall there. Gosh
You
dang
need
it.
to up and just blizzard everything.
I have blizzard.
Everyone but
Holy
Sarah has
crap.
No,
Whew.
everyone seems to be dying.
Way too many centuries.
Because everyone just keeps running in one by one.
Yeah.
yeah, but like we can't get them.
I grouped up, but no one else came, so.
That's not how grouping up works.
Yeah.
Group up here.
Okay.
Who are we grouping up with? Help.
Me.
People.
The main entrance.
We have people.
This was stopped.
Alright, guys.
What's the plan?
Ready?
Widow up top.
3. Alright, let's move in, move in, move in.
Yep. Okay. Go.
Go, go, go. Sentries everywhere.
Da, 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 da.
No!
Oh, we got a tick! You got a tick!
Yes!
How are we supposed to counter this?
How did we get a tick?
Farah, guys, all Farah.
All Farah? We're gonna get sniped out of the air.
Dude, actually, yeah. But who cares?
Hey, we got 1 bar.
Okay, wait. Everyone go on the left. Don't go in yet, alright? Don't show yourself that you're Farah. You all just go in and like jump in at the same time.
Alright.
What if I want to kill myself?
I'm already been killed. Alright guys, Gundam Squad. Mobile Suit Gundam win, let's do this.
No!
You have to group them off the edge.
Yeah.
Wait, can anyone find their, the thingy things? The shield gems?
It's all in the
Oh crap, they are stacking shield gems. Okay.
Oh, is that why we can't kill?
That's awful. Yeah. Alright guys, don't fly.
Why?
I hit somebody.
I hate my life.
Oh my
They're
God.
multiplying. You attack one and 3 others show up.
What, the turrets?
No, the Symmetras.
And Symmetra on the left corner. Oh my god, they're stacking their Widow Elf.
The first point was so easy.
Well, yeah,
Just want
because
this to
there's
stop.
meaning much left.
Make it stop.
Screw this garbage.
She can't kill us both.
Oh my.
Guys,
She just killed you both.
Hey, I lived.
you know what I'm doing Winston? I'm running in and I'm putting a shield down on the point.
Yo, I'm down. All
Winston, guys.
Team Harambe.
Alright.
Get out of here. Come on, go.
Right,
Gosh
go.
dang it. Someone finish her off, thank you.
Harambe wing.
Alright, I'm gonna switch after I use my ult, because it's at 90-some%.
How does it feel?
Don't want to waste it.
God, I hate you so much.
It was worth it.
I need to heal. I need to heal.
need
I have 30
heals. I
points.
need
Please, Sarah, please, Sarah, please, Sarah. No.
Sarah, please.
Take it.
No.
Take it.
Here's.
Are you taking it or not?
You established dominance. Okay.
He's a monkey. Dominance is very important.
Do you want it?
I need healing. No! You butt.
Go, 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 go.
Let's go, mobile suit run.
No!
Oh my God.
I just wanted to ult.
I got sniped in mid-air by 3 different.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I would go sniper
That
if it wasn't for the fact that I had
wasn't
like
that bad.
300 ping. Okay, we're
Well,
gonna
whose fault is that?
going. Come on.
Mobile suit Harambe.
Yeah.
Guys, group up on the main open thing and we'll all jump in at the same time.
No, they can see us.
And I'll ult from the side.
Careful. Alright, stay when we go.
I'm already in.
Oh crap.
Well, that didn't work very well.
Oh my God, go, go, go.
Guys, their shield gen is behind the wall, by the way. It's behind it's behind the triangle. Oh,
Get it, get it! Come on, come on!
We're trying it.
We're so close!
Heal.
You got another tip? You got another tip?
Yeah, we got 20
Go,
seconds.
go, 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 go.
Christ,
Get on
okay.
the point, get on the point! Get on
Yep.
the point!
Yeah, get on the point, contest it. Keep contesting.
I am an Oscar Mayer weak. Oh.
No!
Mobile suit.
Go, go, go!
I'm knocking him off!
Come on!
Oh no!
Come on! Get on it!
Ah!
Go, Lee! Come on!
Ah!
I
Nope.
couldn't get up.
Failure.
I couldn't get up.
Why would you say GG? It's not even good.
Yeah! This is garbage.
Well, for the amount that we came back, like we were doing terrible and we got back 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
Mobile Suit Harambe first.
Mobile suit Harambe. Shout out to everyone that understands that reference.
I don't.
I don't.
You know that there's an anime, there's an old anime called Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, which is the
that one.
origin of
Okay.
Gundam, which is when we were all Farah. So instead, now we were all jumping as Harambe, as Winston. So it's Mobile Suit Harambe. Which is
Person, they got 21 sentry kills. How good players are they?
What do I?
Hey, level up.
Yeah, let's go Oasis.
Alright, I think I've got one game on Oasis and I'm done. Because...
Okay, I think I'm done all mine, but... Oh, shoot, we could defend.
Ew.
No, we don't. I thought we were
Let's
gonna-
leave. Let's ditch these weirdos.
Let's ditch these guys.
We're leaving?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're doing one game of Oasis.
Yeah, loot box. Anything good?
No.
Nope.
Rest in peace.
Ooh. It got a new soldier thing.
Route 666.
Genji.
Am I the only one that was getting that general chat?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, I want to be launched up into the air as a character that can fly. I got this.
Kyle, take her to new heights.
Okay.
Kyle, launch off the launch pad and then boost from the highest point of the launch pad launch.
Alright, I'll do it. And then I'll not be able to hit anything, because by the time I shoot a rocket, it'll arrive there 10 minutes later.
Sarah, you have to fly with him all the way up there, too.
Look, I am upgrading this robot.
Oh. That is clear. That is not glass.
There. I made Lee spray better.
Ian, I regret to inform you
You
that
butt.
there is actually no jump pad on this map.
Oh yeah.
We have to get to the map that actually has the jump pad.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Why don't you be the last one and watch us lose twice in a row?
Or win twice in a row.
True.
Well, rip my shield.
But we've got to let them have it though, if we want to get to the third map.
Let them have it.
Them? No, we have to. We'll win the first one. That way we can guarantee that no matter what, we'll get to the.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can throw a game and lose it on purpose.
Team, heal up here.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Look at how much work I'm doing.
Working hard or hardly working? I think hardly working.
What? No.
Global super romp.
That almost worked.
It did work. Like we got 2 picks with
On our left.
Oh, yep.
Hold on. And, well...
Play the game?
Does Reinhardt have a golden hammer? He does.
It's an axe, actually.
Same thing.
Actually?
Actually, I need to stop.
Hey. No, and that's in the Bloodheart skin. It's not a.
Ow.
Protect my turret.
No.
My turret.
My tools. I'm not a dwarf. I am an engine.
Got my map, soldier.
Ooh, armor. Why, thank you.
Ah, I've been hit by sleep. That reminds me of my of one of the mangas I read, which was absolutely hilarious.
I'm ready to unleash the molten core. Understood.
The molten core.
My ultimate is ready. Let's go.
Oh, we won.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Wait, this means that we don't have to try on it. Just go for kills. Don't go for.
Alright.
If this isn't the jump pad map.
Yeah.
If it's a jump pad map,
map.
win.
Higher.
Oh,
Jump pads. Pretty sure this is jump pad.
Jump pad map.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, they have shields on these things.
Get ready to move. Hey.
These things have shields.
Hey.
Die.
This guy isn't very friendly.
Hey. I don't need this.
What?
Hello. Do you want a
Alright, let's go.
I just poked my fingers right through him.
I'm heading, I believe, to my left.
Yeah, it's left.
Wait,
Yeah.
guys, can we try something? Can you guys all jump on the point and die on the point, and then I use the jump pad and get like a 5 res? We gotta try that. I actually,
We'll try
I
that.
need to see that.
Incoming.
Sarah,
We
you
got
have
jump
to
pad
jump
people
down.
incoming.
On the left.
This entire map, it feels like it's more fun to just control the jump pad. They should put a jump pad in the very middle area.
Oh, that would be fun.
Where is the jump pad? I've never found
It's right
it.
here.
It's right there, right where they are. Everyone's fighting over the jump pad instead of the actual objective. Guys, we have it.
We have the jump pad.
You guys have the jump pad? I got the objective. Or no, I don't. I had it.
I don't got it.
Sarah,
What do you
you want the jump pad, don't you?
Yeah, I'm walking as fast as
Tricks.
my wings can take me, or something
Alright.
like that.
You walk with your wings?
Hold on, I'm coming to the jump pad.
Yo, rip Ian.
I'm
Why did
gonna
I
go
get
find
pinned?
it.
That
I
was a
will
weird
find it.
interaction.
What are you doing?
Okay, here
Anna.
we go.
It took my
Oh,
it took
that
my
is-
charge it took my charge cooldown, but then it didn't actually have me charged because instead of getting a stun like two Reinhardt's charging should do.
Alright guys, I'm
Right.
going for the catch the jump pad. There with the light.
Sarah, go to me.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nice.
I just shut him down like a boss. That was beautiful.
I want to kill people. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Back up to
Guys,
3 golds.
Help me! Help me! Oh, here we go.
I'm busy playing Dodge the Cars.
Wait, my ult is up. Can you all die on the point, please?
But I want the armor. The armor is going to keep me from dying. It's conflict of interest.
I can try to get as high as I can.
You can't find... It's right there. You're staring at it. It's right there. You're walking into it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I think there's also a bunch of tanks.
There are 4 tanks.
They have 4? What the crap?
It would appear so.
Guys, I was
Heal me.
and they all started killing me.
No!
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Lions fan.
My first almost dead.
What the? Why did I get solo ultied by... There's already a solo ultied. Holy crap.
Oh my god, we're at 99.
Raise up.
Hey.
Wow, I shot 2 birds out of the sky. Alright.
We won the game with.
Whoa, look at that. Did you guys see the somber T pose?
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, we knew this was play of the game.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah.
Nice.
Don't give it to Lee.
Legendary. Guys, I need to... Oh, weak. No spray. GG.
Dang, someone stole all my golds.
Yeah, that was me.
Punk? Hey, I got silver healing though.
Are you done, Ian?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
All right.
kind of getting late.
Alright, I'm down for like 1 more probably. Before the
Yeah.
Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Rah.
Yeah. She. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. She.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright, are we doing 1 more?
Let's do comp. Yeah.
No. And
What do we want, guys?
Want a little revenge on Sarah for putting us in comp. Dang it, now she wants it. Let's not do comp.
So I'm down.
No. Can't play any characters.
Okay.
With 222 ping, I can't play any characters.
Okay. You want to do quick play?
Yes.
Sure. Unless we want to do a custom game.
Yes. Custom game 2v3.
Infinite McCree?
Australian.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Please, no.
But
I need votes.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
No, it really is. Gonna dispense itself.
What's our verdict?
Custom game.
I have 1 custom game.
2v3. 2v3.
No, quick
Zach,
play,
help me out here.
Quick play, please, no.
2v3.
No. Help.
Cheat doesn't want me up.
Okay, is that it? It's either quick play or custom game.
Custom game.
Quick play.
Custom
Okay.
game.
What's Zach's vote?
Zach.
Hello.
Zach!
Alright. Wait, are you in this call? No, that's not you. Okay. Alright. I don't know. Okay.
Custom
Flipping a
game.
coin.
Heads is what, and tails is what.
You gotta do this live on
Okay.
Twitch just to
Yeah, heads is quick play, tails is...
verify that you did it.
It's heads. Yeah, which is quick play.
Dang it! If you win this round,
You
I
would.
filled my calculus textbook out.
would.
God dang.
Sarah, you would. Kidding.
Lee, did you ever get the sitting emote for 76?
yeah, I got the kneeling one, but I kind of like the I got my eye on you one better.
So you can just like poke people's eyes out?
Yeah, poked an Omnic Butler's eyes out on the last map.
Okay.
Yeah,
If they have eyes, but you know.
looks like he did.
I have all the sitting emotes except for Zarya, and I don't want them. I never.
This is a long queue.
We're, what, a 5 stack?
Yep.
Bit wonky.
Well, hey, if we did a custom game, we wouldn't have to wait in a queue.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just
the
putting
coin.
it out there.
Yep.
Wait a minute. What? Okay.
Sarah, use the Soldier 76 icon. It's the best one there.
Slightly tempted to play Widowmaker at 300 ping.
Do it.
Don't let your dreams
Aw.
be. No.
Yes, sir, man.
Well.
You just crushed my hopes and dreams. I hope you're happy. I can't play any character but Mercy with this much ping. This is why I'm a Mercy main.
You can play Torb.
You really want me to play Torb on attack?
Yeah, let's do it. Who needs a healer?
You need help.
I can heal myself.
Wait, you play healer this round then, okay? You have to go around healing people. That's your solo. That's your solo.
Who, me or Zach?
Yes, you.
Fine.
Oh my gosh, my leg looks weird.
No. You've got to go 76, but you got to heal people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord. That's pretty sick.
Alright, boys, who needs healing?
I will.
Yeah, it might be tough giving you healing.
Regretting this already.
But what if I want it?
Oh, no, wait. Thought you were Farah. Never mind. Here you go.
Come here and get stabilized.
I'm healing you. You just told the enemy team what you were. How dare you?
Well, we've got a healing 76. They're not going to expect that.
True. That should be
Oh.
one of the meta
My bad.
strats.
Guys, I got a headshot.
I got a headshot.
Something is wrong. Please help.
that I got tripped.
There's a Hanzo on the right roadway or hallway. Aww. I just wanted to murder your Hanzo, guys. Is that too much to ask? Jeez. Jeez, this guy. Very protective of their...
Gosh dang it.
Their Japanese archer.
Why does their Ana have to be decent?
Yeah.
I just wanted to punch Reinhardt.
Oh no, it was a one health survival.
I'm not a young man.
Lee, I need healing. Lee, I need
What?
healing.
Hi.
Do your job.
Fine. What if I need it?
You don't. You're the healer, okay?
Oh yeah. Can heal myself. Wait a second.
I needed salt for my chips.
Alright, we can go around the side, guys.
Maybe I need healing.
There's healing up here.
The May.
Ow.
Uh-oh.
I got flanked.
Why am I playing Widow at 300 ping? And why do I have gold eliminations?
I have no elims. Got top damage though.
With how much?
1606.
Okay, I have 680.
Oh, up to 1806.
Took out the granny.
Okay, let's go in.
Guys, I'm running at 300 ping and I'm getting headshot.
Go. Move in.
I tried flanking them.
Ow. They appear to have ultimates.
Soldier behind you.
Hey guys, who needs healing?
I actually have needed healing pretty much the entire time I've been playing this game. Nah. Alright. Go in.
I'm contesting, but not for long. Ooh, hey, thank you.
Just doing my job.
Come on,
Killing
cool down.
At 300 ping. I'm gonna cry. Why is this happening?
Oh dear.
No. It's barely only objective. Sweet. We blew him up. Oh, thanks, May. I needed that.
Oh god.
Obtaining a triple.
Well,
We were so close.
Come on, we gotta do this. We're gonna do great. Look at this team. I got it backwards. Lady, I need heals.
Well, it's on cooldown.
Can I have heals now?
What the heck?
Yes.
Everyone heal up. Tactical visor ready for deployment.
Can I have healing, please? No, dead.
It's on cooldown again.
Go.
Go get him.
I've got you in my sights.
Dang it.
Should I switch?
Yeah.
Definitely
You should go Torb.
And that's gonna help.
Mm-hmm. Turret would take him out real quick. Oh, come on.
I need heals.
Heals right here. Oh, you guys are all dead.
Are you kidding me?
New.
Oh my lord. We lost.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see, we could have played something.
We don't have much time. Get on the point. The point is our friend.
Kyle, are you just done?
Oh my god, we actually did it.
Oh,
I got on the point.
are we gonna do this?
I did it.
I'm dead.
Oh wait, we have no.
I walked on the point and got an arrow through my eyeball.
Yeah. I got immediately charged.
not on the point. Widowmaker did her job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Alright.
Excellence
Alright.
is its own reward.
Nah, you should have seen. I was like, keep going, keep back.
Alright.
Dang, someone out healed me for second place.
That is it for me, guys.
Time is at 11:30. I can probably do one more.
Yep.
Alright, see ya. Oh boy, we could defend against these guys. What's the plan? More Widow?
I'm so bad at it that I'm good at it. Like, I'm not. I got a decent.
Here, I'll go Torb.
Because
Just to annoy them. Snipers and turrets and Roadhog, this is gonna be great. Aw.
Wait, Lee, can you go May? You freeze
But-
them and then I headshot them.
That's gonna be kinda tough. I think I'd rather go Torb.
Be a tiny dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm not a dwarf, I'm Santa.
Okay.
Does no one play Quick Play seriously anymore? Exactly. I messed up the face, dang it.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I'm not paying you for your acting ability.
Alright, let's put this bad boy up here.
I foresee great things for you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
Look at you.
They want my turret gone. No. Get out of here, Farah. You aren't welcome.
No one has bothered me so far, and I'm kind of happy about it.
Where are you?
Can you find me?
No. Oh, hi there.
Wait, come up here as well. Put your tart next to me.
Alright, after this wave of people. My turret! No!
Poor Farah. Oh, I just got outsniped.
Rip. Oh hey, look, it's your dead body.
Where is my dead body?
Up there.
Okay.
Oh, did that go through the platform?
I foresee great things for you. Let's do this.
Wait. 252 ping. How many seconds of delay is that?
About a quarter of a second.
But then why can't I aim?
Because a quarter of a second is a lot. Shoot. Oh, he's not seriously ulting my... My turret lives! It was too low! But I'm dead. Is there a bunch of them on the point yet? Nope. When they do, I'm going to molten core them.
Oh, I killed something. My bad.
My turret, no! Worked hard on that.
Masterpiece.
Dang it, Tracer, you made me miss the lift.
Thank you. Thanks, love.
Come get your armor.
Teleporter online.
I foresee great
Anna, stay away from my turret.
They single.
Anna, why?
They single altered the useless Widowmaker. This is the bomb Widowmaker.
Go, turret, go!
Did you molten core them?
No. This Anna is destroying my turret, holy crap. There we go.
30 seconds.
Oh, look at all that scrap. Phew.
I was emoting and they killed me. It hurts.
We put the teleporter right there? Okay.
Just that there.
Yeah, might as well. I don't think I got any kills on my own. Yep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go. Why did it put me at Lijiang Tower? I thought I left the group. Alright.